We are now officially the two. Wait, get your Malta. We are now officially the two dudes
Drinking
beers and reading Reddit posts. We have become what we hated.
We really have, huh?
We really have.
Wow, we really did that.
Intro.
We really fucking did that.
We really did do that, yeah.
Oh my god, wow.
Hi, everyone. We're not even drinking beer, so it's not even like...
I know, it's fake.
It's
like,
fake.
everything is in
yeah,
this podcast.
Is all a bit. But, like, hi, everyone.
What a beautiful metaphor for who we are as people.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't fucking know.
I don't know either.
101 episode, and we still don't know how to start this.
Well, we have to go back to the basics, because it's 101.
Oh, shit. I was trying to figure out how to make the pun for
Podcast 101.
Because it's that, you know,
back to the basics,
I don't know,
baby.
I went into fucking Adobe, right? I go into Audition, and I have to Control-Shift-Save. Yeah, I go into fucking Adobe.
Mm-hmm.
I Control-Shift-Save the template I have, because I couldn't be fucked to make a new thing every day.
Yeah.
So I go and I type in 101, and I'm like, how are we going to make this a joke? Because this is going to be a bit. This has to be a thing that we talk about, because 101, we've come full circle on the hundreds, and now we have to find a new threshold to cross with this new era that we find ourselves in, the hundreds.
We are in a new era, of
Technically.
podcasting. Well, okay, how about we fucking start the podcast? Hi guys, I'm Sarah.
Hi, I'm Josh. He, him.
Oh, she, her. And this is
a podcast will save this relationship.
I'm Sarah.
I'm Josh. He, him.
He, she, her.
And
this is a podcast.
This is off the rails already.
Yeah,
Because
whatever. You know.
Ironically, it's weird, in our intro, we had a segue to talk about Mythic Quest, but we have to put that on pause for a second, because how are you doing?
I'm doing good. Did we have a segue?
Well, because I think that would have been a good...
I guess like art,
Yeah, talking about art.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I'm glad you're doing good, though.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm doing good. Are you doing good?
I'm doing good, yes.
Nice.
It's you might notice that this episode's a day late.
It's because we're recording on Sunday, because we had a really bad Saturday.
We had a pretty shitty Saturday, and now we're full swing. But because I'm a day off, I'm not used to performing on a Sunday.
Oh yeah.
I can only perform 5 days out of the week.
Oh, I get it. I'm always on.
All right, Jesus. All right, well, fuck. All right, that's it. That's the podcast.
So I can't relate.
But no. So like, I don't know. I'm warming up a little bit into getting back into. Yeah. And also, I streamed earlier today, and that was another performative thing. So
does it tire you to stream and then do a podcast?
It depends. I mean, I don't know.
It depends.
I can't. I'm drinking out of this fucking Scotch glass, and this is going to be like I like holding it like this. I don't know. It's just fun for me. It's all right.
You know what? I want to say at IKEA, when I saw the Scotch glasses and I was like, ooh, and they're only $1. You were like, that's all you.
That's all you. No, this is me. This is 100%
I knew it was
me.
you. Yeah. It's like that nice like Art Deco fucking shit.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude.
$1 at IKEA, everybody. Not sponsored, but that's just the proof in the pudding.
When America made gems and harsh lines masculine.
And then it got co-opted by the fucking Swedish.
No, by women. The art movement immediately after was like, what about swirly lines?
I was talking about
and flowers.
I was talking about IKEA taking this, Sarah. And yeah.
Swedish women.
Ah, those bitches.
I know. The fucking I don't know. How are you, Josh?
I'm good.
Do you want to go into Mythic Quest, or do you want to talk about like how we are as people?
All right, I'm doing good. It was a nice eventful day. I'm getting back slowly into streaming.
True.
Played some tabletop today.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah,
that was really nice.
That was a lot of it was good.
Super fun.
Reconnecting with the Europeans. Because the only people that watch me are in Europe.
Yeah, for some reason. What the fuck?
It's interesting. It's interesting looking at like the analytics between the stream and the podcast.
Yeah.
I guess because I cater to a more male fan base with the stream.
Yeah.
With the games I play, you know.
Yeah, true.
And then I see that on the streaming TikTok. It's just really interesting. The one difference that's also there is the podcast is technically American Australian as like the main groups that we get.
Right.
And then, I mean, there's still people in Europe. There's still people in fucking Asia.
Everywhere.
It's everywhere. It's weird.
Yeah.
And then the stream, Europe.
It's just Europe?
It's like Europe. I don't know. It's weird. I mean, it's America, Europe, but like...
Mostly Europe.
Mostly, yeah. Like, I don't know. I feel like...
Weird.
Because, yeah, when I do the politics streams, I always get European people... And they have to
explain their entire political
system to me, a dumb American.
Yeah, and then I'm like
worried about the fascist growth in my like fucking like.
And I'm a fucking idiot sitting here learning about German politics, and I'm like, can we get back to RimWorld?
Can we go back to?
Like,
you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Listen, no, I mean, I
want to know about it, like, but I'm also like,
yeah, no, I think if I put time out, like if I was like, okay, hard limit, hour of politics,
yeah,
and I'm gonna focus on American politics as much as I can, and somewhat
I don't think
it
would be about American politics by the end of it.
I think you
have followers that would see Josh is talking about politics, and they would show up and be like, I can't wait to talk about.
Hey, can I talk about my country? Which I mean, I get it.
Like, yeah, that makes
I completely get it.
Yeah,
but there's only so much information that
one person can
hold about politics.
They're fucking smart though. Like they come in and they have fucking crazy ass questions. You know?
And then I have to try and waver my way through it. I'm just Googling everything for. It's just
what do you think
Google
about
stream.
the growing threat of capitalism and the blah 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 blah? And it's like,
I mean, capitalism bad.
Yeah, you say capitalism bad,
and then I reward
sense.
myself with a sip of water. You know, like no, but I mean, I don't know. It's just interesting always when having that fucking. It's just
a weird dichotomy.
It's a weird dichotomy and a weird thing I have to juggle. You know, and I like. I mean, I don't change myself for either or. You know, it's still. I feel like me at the end of the day, or at least the performative aspect of me, trying to just be a decent person. I feel like with the stream, I'm more bombastic.
Yeah.
But like, and here is like the moment I get to just chill out.
True. I feel like, that. I don't know. I feel like we both just want to be good people. I think that's it. But it's also judgy people.
Oh, yeah.
We just are both judgy people.
Should we change the name of our podcast?
Like the TV show All Rise.
Dude, hell yeah.
All right.
That's
like my favorite judge, Judge Judy.
Judge Amanda from All That.
Bring in the dancing lobsters. Remember Kenan Thompson?
Yeah, dude, he's still around. He is still around.
Remember him?
God bless him. He had an NBC show that no one watched.
Soul. He did?
Yeah, he did. He literally had an NBC sitcom.
What was it about? Just about himself?
Yeah, it was called Kenan, I think.
Oh, so he did the Louis thing?
Yeah, he did the Louis thing. And he sexually assaulted women, yeah. If that's what you mean by the Louis thing, Sarah.
Didn't Louis come in a plant? Or was that Weinstein?
That was Weinstein. Probably both. Mostly Weinstein.
I thought
Weinstein came
everywhere.
In plants, in kitchens.
Yeah, that was what I thought.
That was one of them, yeah.
He came in like literally everywhere in a kitchen.
And he had a toad-shaped penis. Or is that Trump? Wait.
No, that was Trump. Trump was a toadstool-shaped penis.
There you go, yes. No, Harvey had that. He had the fucking, like...
Oh, yeah, he had the, like, fungal disease, right?
Yeah, like, he had a weird, like, thing that, like... that...
Wash your fucking dick if you're gonna rape women.
I don't think that's the problem, Sarah, but...
Like, I don't know. At least be courteous.
I can't wait to look at the analytics for this episode. There's going to be a moment at the 20-minute mark.
Angrily just drops off.
Drops the fuck off.
Don't rape women. I don't know. I don't know how we got here. I don't know how
we got here.
If you're like, oh, Sarah's totally cool with raping women, that would be
a weird
you're
take.
A fucking idiot if you think that.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. If you think that, you're a fucking idiot. Of course I don't.
I don't know, man. People think Vosh is a pedophile, so I mean, you know.
Yeah, by idiots. Idiots think Vosh is a pedophile.
Okay, off topic. Before we go into Mythic Quest, because I do want to talk about.
We watched every single episode of Mythic Quest.
We're only gonna probably talk about one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can we talk about? I saw this thing on Twitter. Vosh has been trending on Twitter for like
every day.
Every day. Vosh is America's darling sweetheart child now because
to be hated
because everyone's got an opinion on Vosh. We get it, guys. Cool. Off topic. We actually had someone watch one of our podcast things after a Vosh video.
What?
Yeah, I actually get to see now the analytics
That's
of
wild.
which video people come over from. And one person watched a Vosh video and then watched like an hour 25 of one of our things.
And then they went into the comments and called us cucks.
Yes. Okay. Not
a good podcast. Yes. Didn't say the N-word. I'm out of here.
I'm out of here.
Gets out of here on a
too social justicey for me. No. Okay. So
yeah.
There was one guy in the comments, or like there's a tweet thread or whatever.
No.
And people, I think he said something like Vosh is a pedophile, whatever, right? Cool. Yeah. Awesome. And then there were 4 different people that had the same response of like, no, he was comparing child pornography to child labor,
right?
And both are bad. And he literally said both are bad. And he also doesn't use that analogy anymore because
he understands
that it comes off weirdly.
Weird, yeah.
But at the end of the day, he thinks CP is bad, and child exploitation labor is bad, and that capitalism allows both to exist. And you can't like one and hate the other one.
Right. Well, I mean, I don't even think his point is that liberals like child exploitation. I think it's that they just don't care about it.
Yeah, they don't care about it.
But they care about child porn. And it's like, well, I mean, these are both things that happen under capitalism. You know, if you still allow capitalism to exist, you're still letting children be harmed.
Yeah.
You know?
So, I mean, that's that.
Yeah.
And 4 different people said a variation of that thing to this one guy.
Right.
And then this guy, this hip, cool.
I think I know what you're going to say.
Millennial.
Oh, of course he is.
Responded.
Yeah.
With a GIF.
Yes, I saw
Dr.
that.
Evil
being like, oh right,
yeah.
I'm like, okay.
And then you fucking own the libs.
I saw that. I almost liked that because I was laughing so hard at how he owned himself by posting. He tweeted out. He took
screenshots.
I love this. I love this man.
People explicitly saying,
hey,
child pornography is bad.
People trying to argue with him, but not even to argue, just like try to respectfully be like, hey, no, you have false information. And then this guy's like, yeah, okay. And then he takes a screenshot of himself responding and being an idiot. And like,
conservative self-owns, you know, like shit.
Grammatically, some of the GIFs didn't even make sense. Somebody would be like, hey man, I don't know, I think you have wrong information. And then he'd be like, oh really? And it's like,
what are you talking about, man?
What does that even mean?
What are you talking? God, stop.
Like, what are you accusing me of?
Stop smelling your own farts,
it's
man.
Not
like,
very
come on.
Clear.
Not.
So I went into that thread.
Yeah.
Of the quote tweet of him saying like, oh, and people were like, you look like a fucking idiot in these. And then he responded with, oh really?
Is this a bit? Are we getting baited right now? Like, we might be.
No, he's just a fucking idiot.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, no.
This is some fucking 4D chess we're playing right now.
That's the only thing he can respond with now to anything. Is like, people would be like, I fucked your mom last night. And he could be like, oh, right. Say, oh, really? One more time, I'm coming to your house with a gun. Oh, really? It's like, oh, shit. Fucking, he can't say anything else. Because if he says anything else, people would be like, you're fucking pussy. Like, you just ruined all of your Twitter interactions for the rest of your life.
Ironically, yeah. Beautiful.
And so apparently he did that somewhere else, a different time.
Oh my god! Of course he did. Of course he did. Why wouldn't he? Like that's his life now. Like that's all he's gonna do. until the day he dies. That's his entire Twitter feed. If he does anything else,
he did the exact same thing, but not exactly. But so he found a bunch of libs and he went in
time to own him
and called them like commie cucks or something. He's just like, yeah, okay, whatever, commie cucks. And then he like copied and pasted that response to 3 other people. Then he took another screenshot like he did. And he posted, spent all day owning the libs so easy. And so now people have that screenshot and are posting it under the Vosh one. And they're like, why do you keep doing this to yourself? It's like you're actually the cuck, you know?
Kinda. You seem weirdly
into
fixated
being
on
cringe.
Yeah.
Like, he seems super interested. That guy's my favorite fucking person.
Honestly, I get it.
Oh my God.
Fuck. We've already lost the plot.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Because we could have used this as a segue into the worst takes segment.
But now we have to talk about fucking Mythic Quest.
Unless you want to do worst takes right off the bat, just get it over.
And then talk about Mythic Quest and then go into Reddit.
There's segments now. We do segments.
Yeah. I mean,
how do we block these? How do we put these in order?
How do we block these, says my drama teacher in high school. I don't know how to block this.
Hold on, is this similar to what your drama teacher did in high school? Because this is close to what my drama teacher did in high school.
No, my drama teacher in high school tried to be Marlon Brando. And that he would wear like a white tank top every day under his real clothes. But then when he got too into theater, he would take off his shirt.
Yeah, and then put it on the thing. Would he do the thing where
he would crouch like a gorilla. He would crouch like a gorilla, like with his arms hanging, which was really funny because he was a short man. And he would like get really emotionally upset at teenagers and tell them like, go do this thing for me. But just every ounce of every fiber of his being was like filled with drama.
100%.
You know?
Yeah.
Filled with just dramatic shit. Or like they'd be like, hey, I want to go to the bathroom because I'm 13. Can I go? You know? They'd be like, go ahead.
So it was a drama teacher.
Yeah, he fucking creeped me the fuck out. Never talked to him.
Really?
Never fucking wanted to talk to him ever.
God, I get it.
I think one time I did where he was like, don't you have to move this chair or something? And I was like, yeah. I was like 16. I don't know. I was just like, I don't want to talk to this man anymore. Okay, let's talk about fucking Mythic Quest, dog.
Speaking of drama, which is actually a more reasonable segue than pedophilia, Mythic Quest.
I forgot that we talked about pedophilia.
Yes, we've talked about everything, Sarah.
Okay, shit. Fine.
So we have Apple Plus.
We do.
Because we're hip, cool, rich millennials.
It has been nothing but a detriment to our lives and our free time.
Honestly, why does Apple Plus
have these so hard fucking shows? Why does it slap so hard?
It's weird.
We didn't think it would be.
It's fucking Apple.
It's Apple. It's Apple.
I mean, I guess because Microsoft has the video games and, you know, they make decent-ish games.
Yeah, I guess Apple has always been kind of into, like, the culture-y things, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so, like, I guess it'd be like Samsung making a fucking TV
I don't know
network.
About that, because Samsung is really kind of out is really in, like, you know, Samsung, I feel like now is a company that used to be focused on electronics and, like, music, but now is following in the steps of Apple. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, yeah, that's what makes me think we're gonna see a Samsung on demand.
Probably, but like it's just not gonna be like what Apple is, you know?
Then we're gonna
it's the DC universe to what Marvel is.
Yeah,
you know?
Which I guess that's gonna be the next thing, because if we already have DC and Marvel fanboys, and we've already had Android and iPhone fanboys.
I want to see a Vertigo film. Vertigo Comics.
Hell yeah. But okay,
film universe.
But yeah, Apple Plus has slapped a lot harder than I thought it would. We watched Ted Lasso first.
Yes, we did.
No, we actually got it for
Jon Stewart. The problem with Jon Stewart.
And then I kept getting advertised on the PlayStation
for Ted Lasso.
And I was like, fuck it, I'll bite.
Well, and I kept seeing Twitter people be like, Ted Lasso's season 3. Like, it became a meme. Like when Paddington 2, the guy that named his Twitter account Paddington 2 and comments under every Phoebe Bridgers tweet, hey, Phoebe, have you seen Paddington 2 yet? It's like a meme like that.
Yeah.
Where people were like, Ted Lasso renewed for season 3, like under the BTS stands.
Hell yeah.
On like a tweet that's like, I'm going to fuck your dad by Joe Biden. It's like nothing makes sense anymore.
Yeah, and I mean, let's be honest, after watching Ted Lasso season 1 and 2, I get that.
I get it too. Yeah. I want to sing the praises from the rooftops. It's a great show.
But let's talk about the lesser known stepchild of Apple Plus comedies.
Mythic Quest, man, is the strange.
Mythic Quest is an anomaly, I feel like.
Yeah.
But like it's an anomaly only in like the in the way that it presents itself, because it is a sitcom. It's a much more traditional workplace sitcom than even Ted Lasso is, you know. I feel like, I guess Ted Lasso is more cut and dry.
I guess they're kind of similar, huh?
They are similar. I mean,
it's just Ted Lasso is good. About good people.
Yeah, Ted Lasso.
And Ted Lasso is about good people trying to be good people.
Yeah.
And then Mythic Quest is about bad people trying to make a video game.
About gamers being
gamers. About gamers, yeah.
Yeah, which is... I think I'm conflicted on a few things about gamers, but it's interesting because like it kind of gets it right, which is very weird for a show like about video games. I feel like there's been attempts, right?
Yeah.
To make a video game TV show. And
it's like kind of obvious that it's not really written by gamers.
Or it's written in such a like cringily way, and usually it focuses on the gaming aspect of itself. I feel like this show focuses more on the
creative process,
which that is a lot more of a
interesting idea.
Well, it's a lot more interesting idea. It's also a safer idea because I think
it's more accessible.
Because I mean, I think to any person that creates something, you get the idea.
But I've also never seen a show that gets at the creative, like the relationship between creatives trying to collaborate on a project. That never really gets to the drama and the emotions behind that as accurately as Mythic Quest does. I've never seen that before.
Well, yeah, and yes.
Where like that's the core of the show.
Well, yeah, but it's the core of the show is also, and the thing that makes it interesting is that it's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah. But it's not it's It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia wasn't just about
a semi-improvised show.
Yeah, it was like also written thoroughly and also like super well with emotional beats.
Well, yeah, written by one of the head writers of Community.
Yeah, exactly.
And you know, so I mean, and that's what I think turned me onto it was okay. It's Rob McKinley and Charlie Day as creators, as well as Macon Gans, who was a writer on Community. And that was like, okay, this has to be a good show then, right? Like this has to be,
and then you have,
and it was, right? Yes. Like obviously, and then you look at the cast and it's like, oh shit, there's
Danny
Pudi, there's Rob McKinley himself, there's Cricket.
Yeah, there's fucking Cricket.
Fucking Cricket.
It still has like the best fucking character on the show.
I think, yeah.
For me, honestly.
I don't know, but like it's okay. So it's right in the sense that like it does get a lot more into the creative things and or a lot more into the creative process and the creative people themselves, as opposed to just like a bunch of people. Period. You know, I think it does drive pretty hard into the. I feel like as a creative person, as someone, there's always it goes more into the ego. I feel like.
And now I wonder if you're right. I wonder if that's why I think it is just the creative process, because I have dealt with musicians.
Well, and I've dealt with film people.
Right. Like we both have dealt with people who have gigantic egos and how frustrating it is when they're right about art, and how frustrating it is when they're wrong about art, but they're nice people, and how frustrating, how weird and like strange the nature of the relationship is.
Yeah.
And how it can be like, it's not really a thing where you're necessarily a friend or a lover with somebody, even though it could be, but you're just like in a strange bond with another person.
Yeah.
Trying to make a baby, basically.
Yeah. And I think they drive more into that in the second season.
Because it's fucking true.
Yeah.
Like, that is what it is.
I think you and I have always joked about, like, our creative works are our babies.
Yeah.
And I think that's always been like half a joke, half a reality. I think after watching this, it was never a joke. That's
how it is. Like, that is how it is, for sure. I feel like everything that I've ever made with like my friends has always put a strain on our relationships because it's like having a baby.
Oh, yeah.
It's like fucking, you have your best friend and then you start dating your best friend and then you have a baby with them. And then your relationship starts to get more complicated because you both are very interested in this one thing.
Yeah.
And it's like, I've never seen a show talk about that. It's always
I can't think
surface
of any.
level.
You're not. I think you're not wrong. I can't really think
there probably
of like,
is. I just haven't
there's probably
seen
a
it.
bunch. Yeah. I mean, I think every show has had the potential to like be that. I don't think any of them in recent memory. At least nothing recent. I feel like. I feel like everything else is like. I mean, like.
Well, even like Ted Lasso, how it's about all their relationships together to try and make the team work.
As
it's
opposed
not
to
really about the nature of the relationship.
Well, it's not about the nature of the team or the sport.
It's about the status of. It is about the status of the team.
It's about the status of the team, but it's not about. It's not about soccer. It's not about.
Right.
It's not a 30-minute piece drama.
Just like Mythic Quest isn't really about the game.
Yeah, it is more about the
process to getting to the game.
Yeah. And
the hijinks thereof.
Yeah, and like I don't. It's just such a. It is. It's just interesting.
It's very interesting.
And I think there's one episode that stands out. I guess really
the one that really fucked us up a lot.
Yeah, on Friday we watched it.
So we go into this. We watched the first 4 episodes, and we were like,
"Okay, yeah,
this is a great show."
Yeah, I like it.
And then you go. The next episode is the highest rated episode ever of the show.
Yeah, because I was looking into it. I was looking at IMDb.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to figure out if I was right in thinking that one of the people was Bender.
Oh, yeah,
from
which you
Futurama,
were.
and I was right.
Yeah.
So, dab.
Dab.
And then I want to read this review because I hate it.
Yeah, but I think it's really dumb.
I think it's one of the dumbest reviews, and this is why this is okay. And you know what? This is a controversial opinion I'm about to say. This is why you fucking plebs can never critique art. All right.
That is true. I want people who don't know anything about art to stop critiquing art because it makes me so mad.
We're gonna read this, and if you guys read this review, it's like, why are you guys so upset about this? I'm not upset, but like
I am upset, and you don't get it.
Yeah.
If you don't know why we're upset, you just don't get it. And I'm sorry.
All right. I want to see if I can find the reviews because I know. All right. User reviews because this is one of the top reviews. First episode was pretty good. God, I wonder if it's if I can't find it.
I will say what I did find annoying is the kind of cadence that all the actors use.
Yeah, like it's
they really reuse the like, I don't know, like that cadence of like words a lot.
Yeah,
and it's like, look at me, I'm being wacky, and it's I don't know. I just don't vibe that hard.
Someone actually makes a good point. The actually one show that I can think of because I remember watching this show now. Yeah. Silicon Valley might be a pretty close thing. Someone else actually mentioned that back in May of last year.
Interesting. Which that was a good show too. The only thing I remember about Silicon Valley was when TJ Miller slapped a kid. Because the kid...
Okay. Before I read this new title to a review, because I hate this title review. I love that they call they make fun of streamer culture, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they take it to the extreme. And at first I was like, this is a little cringy, but also the way they handle it, I think,
and the way they tie it into the story is great too.
Yeah, and so there's a character made Pootie Shoe, right?
Pootie Shoe, yeah.
And it's like he's a streamer and he's also like 11.
Yeah.
And he's a millionaire or whatever the fuck, right?
And he's shitty to his mom. And it's
he's
pretty
shitty
funny.
to his fucking mom.
Yeah.
And I love that they just call him a piece of shit.
Yeah.
And honestly, I'm like, yeah, right? Like,
yeah,
he's a kind of a piece of shit. He's a piece of shit, but he has a million fucking, And I'm like, yeah, you know what? You're right. You're fucking right. Okay, I can't find the original review. There's a review that was like,
this whole show is...
What was up with season 5? I mean, the rest of the show is like a 6.27, like 6.25. But like this one episode, they just made the whole show about this. And I'm like, it would be cool to have this be a whole show, but I think it works so much better as just a fucking slap in the face. But
you found another one?
I found another one.
Mm-hmm.
Believe it, show's really great. The negative reviews don't get it, and episode 5 was the low point. That's it. The people who hated seemed to be hardcore gamer melodrama freaks. Forget them. I also hate gamers, so you know what?
Melodrama freaks.
Melodrama freaks.
What the fuck?
I wonder if they're talking about the 5th one because it was a low point to them, which is not.
That's like the one that's most about games.
Yeah, because it actually delves a lot more into the lifespan of a game.
Yeah.
Or a game series.
Yeah, that's the one that really made me think like the person who wrote this loves games.
Yeah.
Like loves games. Because you wouldn't get into this archetypal story of an indie game developer gone astray.
Yeah.
You wouldn't if you like you wouldn't know about that if you just liked like Nintendo.
Yeah.
Like you wouldn't know anything about that. Yeah.
Shit, I really don't.
And like you just buy whatever new Nintendo game comes out. But you're just, like this is like you listen to podcasts about video games.
You look into the much deeper
and like the industry.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
That, and that in itself is a writing accomplishment.
And I think another thing that works really well about it is that since it's a period piece kind of, because it goes into the 90s when right before video games really make their boom,
Yeah, and specifically like horror also.
Yeah, because I think that's around the time, I guess the comparison you can make is like Resident Evil.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah, I think that's the main one. I think if Resident Evil was made...
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess it really is. It is a clone of... It's not a clone per se, because it's more... There's more nuance to it, but I think that's the first thing that it wants you to think of, because there's a point in the plot where they talk about the game is called
Dark Quiet Death.
Dark Quiet Death, yeah. Which is a beautiful title to the episode and game. Fucking it's there's a point where they talk about like okay, all right, can we start from the beginning of the episode?
Yeah, so it's Jake Johnson.
It's Jake New Girl Johnson. Is that his name actually Jake Johnson? Like, that sounds like a fake name. But
I know. I always want to say Jake Gyllenhaal, but it's Jake Johnson.
It's Jake Johnson, yeah. It's Jake Johnson and
this other girl that looks so familiar to me.
Let me see if I can look up her name.
Who I absolutely loved. She acted her fucking pants off.
They both acted the fucking shit out of this episode.
Yeah,
like,
Jake Johnson. I mean, yeah, very true.
Like even Jake Johnson, I was kind of
like, okay, he's just being whatever from New Girl, but then I was like, actually, no, he's really.
There's more, there's a little bit more to it than just. I mean, it's still New Girl, but like But I think there's the little moments where it's kind of like
there's multiple people in this series that I see as one character that have to force me to look at them in another way.
Yeah,
and I think it's very interesting to see what things they do to force the new character to like what things they accentuate about their new characters.
Yeah, and I will say I definitely had that with Danny Pudi as the head of monetization.
Me too, because, but it's also like I get it.
Yeah,
it kind of seems like Abed's playing Don Draper.
Yeah, it literally is.
That's kind of what it is.
Sociopathic Don Draper.
Well, not even though, really. They reveal, this is season 2. Once
Spoilers.
They reveal that his family is just a bunch of sociopaths, like that his brother is a sociopath, and he is like the kind of guy who is, it's sort of a backhanded reveal in that he did love something once and his brother took it away from him because he saw that it was making his brother weak. Is that Danny Pudi, Brad, is not a sociopath, is a scared little boy.
Yeah.
Running away from sociopaths.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
And trying not to let people hurt him. And it's like, Jesus Christ, this show's about a video game. Like, oh my God. What the fuck?
Yeah, so that's so
that was really when he came into his own for me as Brad.
Yeah.
Was confronting his brother and having his brother be like,
a piece of shit.
An absolute like evil piece of shit.
Exactly, yeah. And that applies to Jake Johnson in this one episode.
Yeah.
Because I think there's a turning point like halfway through.
There's a lot of very emotionally disturbing moments in episode 5.
Yeah.
That are like shocking to me.
And the premise of it is that 2 people, I looked it up, apparently they don't actually have names attributed to them other than Doc and Bean. That's the only thing that they refer to each other as.
The guy's name is Michael.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
Because I thought it was interesting. Tom, halfway, I'm jumping all over the place, but fucking halfway through the thing after Doc has divorced from Bean.
Yeah.
Tom is talking to Doc and is like, listen, Michael.
Yeah.
And it takes all the air out of the room. Even though Tom is a throwaway character that Bean just fucking lambasted like two scenes ago.
Yeah.
But now Tom is a character that gets to tell Michael, you made your decisions. You're the boss.
Yeah.
You have to deal with it. And oh my God.
So yeah, the whole premise, in order for that to make sense, it's Doc and Bean, and they meet at a video game shop. It's really cute, right?
Yeah.
They fall in love and they make a game together. They kind of make her idea of a game where it's like there's not really an ending to it.
It's about fatalism. It's about struggling through sort of like Doom.
Kinda, yeah.
But without an ending.
Well, without an ending, without a gun, you just have a flashlight and you're just in a house full of monsters.
Yeah.
And they get lucky. Someone picks them up for like $300,000, so they make the game. You don't see them make the game.
Yeah.
Next scene, they're looking for a studio to make their second game.
Yeah.
And they try to make it, and they carve their names into one of the beams.
Yeah, but they also mentioned that where the studio is a where a sweatshop factory like burned to the ground
and had like 40 deaths within it.
And that's why Jake Johnson's character Doc wants to get the place, is partly because it's cheap, but also because he knows that Bean will like it because it's supposedly haunted. But also that studios that exist in this studio,
they're supposedly
they fail.
Yeah.
So yeah,
and that's that's some foreshadowing, but
it's an important like point, kind of.
Yeah. So and like they do it. They make their second game.
Yeah.
And then there's more people are brought into it. Yeah. And it's mostly more corporate people, and there's like a whole nother. There's a company that buys it out, and the first thing that changes about it
is that you can shoot the characters.
Yeah, you can shoot the characters. That's the first thing, and then immediately after, they're like, "Well, we don't really need the flashlight anymore because now we actually light up the environments now." Yeah,
with like a laser sight on the gun.
Yeah, we're gonna give you a laser sight, and it's like, well, that's not really dark or quiet. That's what the the Bean is saying about the game. There's a MacGuffin kind of the flashlight. Because it's not MacGuffin, it's just a
emotional symbolism in that Bean like is using the flashlight, and it's a trophy of how many sales that they had. It was like 30 million sales.
Well, like I think it was like in 500,000 or something like that. Like
maybe.
Something like it was kind of a small
smallish
thing, yeah.
number, yeah. And it was like a silver flashlight, and Bean is using it for a vase for flowers. And Doc comes in and says, "Hey,
this means something to me. Can you please not?" Yeah,
laughing and joking, and puts it on the fucking thing. And then they go through this like, well, our game needs to stick to its integrity. And then Doc says like, well,
we got to bring in new people, and we have to, and it's just a battle between integrity and
expand the audience, and
yeah. And then and then they bring up the movie, and then there's talks of a movie, and that leads to like the big fight before we find out that they divorce, where Doc's vision of the game is now about growth and less about integrity in the original vision of the game.
Yeah.
And in his head, and he
just sees this as an opportunity to make money, pretty much.
Kinda, yeah. And they just have this big blowout fight, and it's the most
like the
tense scene.
The most drama I've seen Jake Johnson act.
Yeah. Oh my god. You can feel the anger.
Yeah,
like it's just insane.
Some like crazily written like choice words. Like where he's just like, it's your idea or something, blah blah blah. And then she says, if I guess this is our baby, and if we had a baby, it would have died in the toilet on prom night. And he goes, "Why are you so morbid all the time?" Yeah. Like, why can't you just stop being morbid? And that's like her whole thing. And it's like you're in deep shit if your husband is saying that to you. Yeah. Like, it's like, fuck. I'd be like, okay, then leave, bitch. Like, fuck, I don't know. I'm not going to change for your dumbass. But, and it's an interesting point of like, then she tries to compromise. And you just know, like, they don't go through what happened in the divorce. But you just know that it's because at some point she would not compromise anymore. Yeah. And that's it. He's asking her consistently, like, compromise with me so I can have the things that I want. And I want this and I want that and blah, 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 blah. Yeah. And it really is just a really sad... It's fucking depressing. It's so depressing. It's a fucking sad story about a man who wants too much. Yeah. And loses everything. Yeah, and doesn't realize that it's his demise. Yeah. Because the next scene is the reveal of the divorce. And then the scene after that is they're talking about the movie. They're talking about making a movie. And they have a new character. Yes, the protagonist is now a hot blonde woman. That was always there. Oh, yeah. It's the minion. That's the only... the little furry guy. It's like a furry purple guy. It looks like oh god. He looks like a fuzzball. That's all I can describe. He's a fuzzball. He's a cute fuzzball specifically made to market to kids. And that's when Doc realizes, why this isn't a fucking kids game. It looks like the purple fuzzy thing from McDonald's. I think I know what you're talking about. It's not Grimace, because Grimace it's not like Grimace, but it's like it's kind of like Animal from yeah, it's like Muppets, but also like, I don't know. There's some it's like fuzzball that has like eyes and just arms peeking out from the fur. Fuck, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I don't know. But like there's that guy, right? Yeah, and and that's when Doc is like, no, we can't fucking we can't. This is like, dude. Tom is just like fucking laughing so hard. Yeah, and then also, he's just like, what are you laughing at? Like, I don't know. Then Tom brings up, well, what if we brought in a final boss? And that's the very last thing that's maintained from all the other games. Because now we're like 5 or 6 games in or whatever. Because if you defeat the final boss, then there's no death. Yeah. And Jake Johnson goes, no, we can't do that. We've already gotten rid of everything. My ex-wife is right. The game is shit. Like all this stuff. Yeah. And I can't believe that you corporate shills would do this to my game. And Tom says to Doc, he says, listen, Michael, you are the boss. You're right. You made all these decisions. Yeah. We were just following what you wanted. Which is such a, like, it's such a, like, deal with the devil. It's in the contract that you signed kind of thing. where like all the blood pours out of you and you feel like oh, you have this sinking like cold feeling of like, oh you
no,
fucked yourself. You know?
Yeah. So it's like, and then Doc tries to, instead of compromising, gives the ultimatum of it's me or this orb.
Yeah.
And then smash cut to the commercial of the orb with all these kids playing with them.
Brutal, man. This fucking show is brutal.
It's brutal. This episode is brutal.
Yeah, it's just like
and then you get the final scene where it all started back in some video game shop.
And and then he meets his ex-wife again in the video game shop, which is where they met at the beginning of the episode.
Yeah, and it's revealed that she moved on, had kids, and is settled down and married. Yeah,
still married. That's like the most fucked up thing.
And then Doc is just there, depressed,
and tells some other like 20-year-old girl to buy his old game.
Yeah, like hey,
that he
that's
finds
a good
in
one.
A clearance bin.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ. Like, there's at some point in this show, there's some point where I'm like, can anything go right? Can anything go right for these characters is all I want.
And then, that's the thing that, like, after that episode, like, there's just a sinking feeling whenever anything goes well.
Yeah. That you're like, this is not going to
last at all. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, like, I mean, I don't want to go too much into the rest. I really just want to talk about that one episode.
Yeah, Doc and Bean.
Yeah, Doc and Bean. But, like, fucking, there is a point where it does just kind of feel like,
Jesus Christ.
Oh, it's all falling apart now.
Yeah.
We saw what happened. We see, because there's a point in, like, the last episode. So there's Rob McKinley's character, Ian, and then there's Poppy, played by someone else. Well, everyone's a good actor on the show.
Everyone's a wonderful actor.
By the fact that I can't remember anyone's fucking name.
Yeah.
But, like, there's a point where, like, they find the Doc and Bean thing.
Yeah.
And then looking at that, I'm like, oh no, because they're going to now be co-creative directors,
right?
And then
you know, like, we were waiting for Doc and Bean to be put into any sort of context, and we were like, what the fuck? What the fuck was this about? Because it's episode 5 of season 1, and then like the episode where Ian and Poppy carve their names into the fucking side of the thing.
Yeah,
is like either the ending of season 1.
It's
season
like
1?
right next to the ending. It's like,
or it's like
it's in the final episode
of season 2. Yeah,
it's the final episode of season 1.
Mm-hmm.
And then they have like their weirdly like the triumphant speech where Poppy gets to hold the shovel that was introduced in the first season.
Yeah,
because we love symbolism.
Yeah,
but like fucking. And then, you know, and it's like, it's bittersweet. That's all it is. And
very bittersweet.
And like, and the reason why I wanted to read the original review that I read for that, or that I read a couple days ago on here, is because that person didn't understand the point of that episode and how it relates to.
Which to me is crazy town. That just means you didn't watch the rest, man.
Yeah.
Because it's like, it's not even like.
And the weird thing too is that even in that Doc and Bean episode, they make it clear.
Yeah.
Already, because they reveal that the game was made by the same publisher.
Yeah. At the end, at like the end card.
The only difference is it was just Ian. It wasn't a couple. But then you get to the last episode, and then it's like, oh, here's our stand-in for a traditional couple. Instead, it's just now it's two creatives working together.
Yeah.
Can I just bash into your fucking head? Like, I mean, you know,
like, I don't know.
Like, I mean, you know, media analysis, guys. Take a
how hard is
class.
it?
It's, you know, I mean,
have common fucking sense.
And it's like, I don't know. It was just a very interesting read after. Yeah, like, I don't know.
Just to see, like, oh my god, if we lived together and I was like, damn, I don't get it.
Out, I'd be out. I would be saying shit about your dream journal, you know?
Yeah,
I don't know, it's a good show.
It's a really good show,
and that episode really cements it as a good show.
I think
despite
so too.
The fact that it has almost no bearing to the main story in a storyline perspective, as opposed to, it's connected by theme, but like
connected by theme,
this not connected by.
It's a little bit connected by story because it's the same place.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah,
but I think eventually it will have more of a connection.
I think every season, because the second season had this, I think every season will have a standalone episode that kind of
like the second
either gives context to one episode or to the whole season.
To either it's like the fucking backstory. It's the backstory of the building.
Yeah,
and it's the backstory of the second season was the backstory of CW, the guy that writes all the backstory.
Yeah, so like
and his fucking sad ass story.
God, so sad.
Which I did love. I love that he was able to go in the episode afterwards where he's like, I'm gonna fuck Peter's wife.
And I was like, yeah, let's
Dude,
go. Let's fucking go.
He goes to fucking his ex-friend's nemesis's house.
Yeah, and he's bringing his like Saturn award.
Jupiter.
That's the Jupiter.
Neptune. I don't know.
Nebula award.
Nebula award.
God, what the fuck?
I don't know. Some
planetary award. A writing award for science.
80s.
Yeah, for science fiction.
Yeah.
And they also, I think they imply that it wasn't his book that he won for. Like it was literally.
Well, so what happened was he gave his book that he wrote that was a piece of shit to Isaac Asimov after reading it.
Yeah.
And Isaac Asimov was like, I enjoyed your book, blah, blah, blah. Let me give you a bunch of pointers. It basically rewrote everything.
Everything, yeah. And there's a point later on where he's writing a bunch, and it's after, I think, the reveal of, like, the two of them, his two friends fucking each other or whatever.
Yeah, two of his friends are fucking
dating,
a lot.
Yeah. And they don't actually reveal that he's writing the notes that was given.
Yeah.
But there's the hint that comes out is that the female friend says, like, it sounds exactly like...
Or no, he says, I'm sure you're saying that it sounds sort of like Asimov. And she goes, no, it was Asimov.
And then there's like a 10-second pause
where
and
he's
you're just
like
staring at his face.
And they're both just staring at each other. And he goes, what a compliment.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck. God damn it.
God.
So good.
It's a good show. Go watch Mythic Quest if you have Apple Plus.
Go watch Mythic Quest. Jesus Christ.
God.
And then the ending of that episode where he's fucking, that's my favorite scene so far, where he's just fucking screaming in Peter's stupid smug ass face about how like he never got published other than if his wife doing a favor for him, which is also thematically present from the beginning of their relationship because that's how she gets Peter published in the first
you're
time.
Right. Yeah, we see him,
And it was just like, and she's always putting him down, like, in, whatever.
Yeah.
And they're always talking about how, like, she's such a good person. No, she's fucking not.
She isn't. No.
She was a bitch. She was a fucking huge bitch. I don't like that character. But, whatever. She's a good writer, I guess. But so fucking... so that he's fucking yelling at Peter is like, you can write 20 books, but you won't have a fucking award like this because you're just not a good writer. And, like... you even wrote the ending of it, but now you can't get published because your wife is fucking dead.
God.
And it's so fucking dark. But I love that shit. As a creative person, I love that.
I get it, yeah.
Because every creative person feels like they have that story of they're not who they really are, who people think they are.
Yeah. I get that. Yeah.
I have that story for sure.
100%, yeah.
And, fucking, I don't know why. Maybe it's just my trauma, but like, I want a manifestation of the voice in my head that's like, you're a piece of shit. You don't do anything at all to like come to life and tell me off so I can have like a fight with them in real life. And just to see that on screen is like so validating that other people think that way.
Yeah.
And then to end that argument with, I'm dying of cancer.
Yeah.
Is what his friend is and why they wanted to have a talk about this.
Yeah. So good.
It's so good.
So good.
Good drama.
Very good drama. Yeah, I agree.
I love good drama in the middle of a comedy show.
Oh, 100%.
I don't know why it's always
I don't
the
know.
best.
It's always, I don't know. I feel like when you get comedy right, you can probably get drama right. And no one really,
very
little people really give drama a chance than comedy.
If you really get comedy right, I think you can get drama right.
I feel that.
Because, it's the saying of comedy is, it's tragedy plus time, but it's also a benign violation in that you have to have the benign and also the violation. You know, if something is too benign, then it's not dark enough to be funny. But if something is too dark, then it's not silly. You don't have the like mixture of the two.
No, I get it. Yeah.
You know,
I mean, I just remember a quote from Vince Gilligan when he chose what's the fuck's his name? Bryan Cranston to be the lead in Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
He thought that like, well, if you can act out comedy, you can probably do drama pretty. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've always kind of based a lot of my ideas off of that quote. So
I believe that. I think comedy comes from.
I mean, yeah, it is just drama, but with a punchline, you know.
Yeah. Well, it's seeing like the horrors of reality and only being able to laugh afterwards.
Yeah.
You know.
I feel that.
Yeah. We don't go into the worst takes.
Speaking of horrors of reality, here's our second segment, an hour into raw record.
Jesus Christ.
We're already an hour in. Welcome to the worst takes segment. Yeah, we're not doing worst takes
as its own episode anymore
until we get to the point where we can actually
pump out 2 podcasts a week.
Now we're working full time.
Baby. But hey, Josh, did you know about this Build Back Better bullshit?
Yes, I have. It passed the House, right?
It did pass the House, but it's basically just a gigantic infrastructure bill.
Hell yeah.
But it also has climate shit and child tax. It extends out the child tax shit.
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude.
And the Hill.
The Hill?
Got an article. Build Back Better is a 21st century New Deal.
I mean, yeah.
Yes.
I mean, that's how
it's always literally been what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, fucking how it's been.
That's the title of the article.
That's probably the article. Should we explain what the worst takes is? Because I know we haven't done. For people,
we find worst takes on the fucking internet.
It's a political segment.
Where we talk about politics.
Sorry, I forgot that we haven't actually
the
explained.
Audience doesn't know.
I know there's a split between.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, so just a fair warning. This will be political. If you want to go to the red stuff, there's timestamps down below. But stick around. Yeah. Fucking learn something, guys.
Or don't. I don't care.
Yeah, whatever. But okay, yeah. So
what do you think the people of Twitter think about the Hill calling the Build Back Better thing the new deal?
I bet they agree because it is. Literally, when Joe Biden was fucking campaigning it, and as part of his fucking presidential thing, they used the same, not iconography, but like the same design on like his podiums and shit as it was back when FDR, I believe, did it. Yeah. So yes, the right answer is that's what this was meant to be. Kind of.
We will never be a socialist country. The BBB bill reeks of socialism and the cost will take us to the edge. The taxes will push us over. Socialism has always ended in total failure and poverty. Nicaragua, Venezuela, and Cuba, all within our current generation, gone. Venezuela
bottom text. All right, hold on, because we're already getting into this.
You're just mixing drinks like a fucking common pastor.
There was no fucking drink in it. All right, Jesus. We're already in this. Okay, so
that's like the top.
Communism is when you fix road.
Communism is when no iPhone.
Communism is when no iPhone and you fix bridges. That's all this fucking thing. You want to ride on a bridge that's gonna fucking collapse?
Right, though,
dude. There's apparently we
don't even put money into our
money into our roads. We literally so here in Florida, there's to bring this locally.
Yeah.
There's not even to talk about the E-Pass thing. I'm not even gonna talk about. No, we're not. I'm not gonna get into that right now.
Thank you for telling me because I don't feel like going into it.
Don't worry, you're welcome. There's an on ramp near Disney.
Oh God.
That apparently has this is coming from my mom. So let's calm down on let's put a bunch of asterisks. My mom apparently has a friend that works in engineering of some sort.
Weird.
Yeah, I don't fucking know. But apparently her friend told her that one of the on-ramps from I-4 to Celebration, which is the Disney ramp, which I assume is used a lot because, you know.
Oh God, is it not structurally sound?
Apparently it looks pretty bad. Like apparently, so you know, like
why would she tell your mom that? Now your mom's gonna freak out.
Yeah, right. And I know that because she freaked out on me. Like, hey, I know because this was back when I worked at Disney.
Oh my god.
So she would be like, hey, try not to use that on ramp if you can. Like, just don't go on it. I mean, to be fair, that was like 4 years ago, so probably not right. It's probably okay now.
Fine.
But like, I mean, there are like every year there's like more and more bridges and shit that get less structurally stable. So like we really do need this type of fucking bill because like it's going to get worse before it gets any better. And like we're putting a lot of people at risk.
Well, I doubt Florida is going to like.
Oh, Florida's not going to do anything about it. It's fine. No, we're not.
Yeah, no. Florida has to find a French company to come in and take care of their roads.
We build roads and eat baguettes.
No, Joe. Socialism is not when the government does stuff.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Simple answer. Yeah, it really isn't. Socialism is an economic thing.
Okay. Yeah. Republicans are already taking credit for the socialist spending agenda. It is almost as if they know it will help them in the midterms. This is a Republican from Alabama, U.S. Rep. Gary Palmer. Backs against the wall. All the Republicans who crossed the line conceded, even though the other 2/3 of the bill was a complete waste of money. Bill was about infrastructure, broadband, transit, electric charging stations, even though less than 3% of cars will use it. I expect Republicans to do an about face and brag about how they voted for both Build Back Better and the infrastructure framework once the effects start going into effect next year.
What?
I'm going to keep reading this because these are two crazy people talking to each other.
Yeah, okay, all right.
The bill would grant mass amnesty to 11 million illegal immigrants, attack our suburbs, rezoning your neighborhood, impose a natural gas tax, and hire 87,000 more IRS agents to spy and tax you.
What the
This guy's the best. Okay.
Wait, okay, hold on. There's a lot to unpack there.
It's a socialist. It's a quote unquote socialist takeover of America. Admit it.
so socialism is when
the IRS you hire.
I guess taxes are socialist, but like
you hire people to work for the IRS.
Socialism is when
for money.
Socialism is when you're not you use the racist dog whistle of suburbs.
Socialism would be hiring people and they just get to take your taxes. Like what the fuck?
I got some bad news for you. That's
they're still like hourly employees. Yeah. They still pay taxes on the money they make from the IRS.
$5. This is a crypto bro that's like, I can't believe they're gonna also tax the Bitcoins.
This is an old man.
Could be a crypto bro.
I'll show you what he looks like.
That's disappointing. You just look at someone's profile picture and it's like, it's trying to be wacky, but like he claims that IRS.
He's your uncle that hates socialism. That's what he is.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to chime in on this. The BBB, aka Build Back Better bill, does not have any of these things in it.
Oh my god, nerd, but okay, continue.
Anyone that says that is lying to you. Let's take the 11 million immigrants, for example, that was rejected by the state parliamentarian.
Oh, yeah.
Then Joe responds, it's in there. McCarthy blasted it before they voted on it. Immigration advocates expressed disappointment with the parliamentarian's decision, but many are still pressuring Democrats to include a pathway to citizenship for undocumented immigrants in the final bill. So he just quoted a part of it that says that it wasn't in there.
Yeah.
Because immigrants are upset at there not being another pathway to citizenship.
Exactly, yeah. So you're proving yourself. They think they're right. And it's cute, you know?
It's really cute.
It's really cute that they think that they're owning libs by being wrong, you know?
I'm just thinking about the guy that's like fucking commie cuck. I really own some libs today. So
I
easy.
really own some fucking libs today.
My God.
God, guys, please, love of God.
And I have another meme. Damn, this country gets on my fucking nerves. for passing an infrastructure bill.
For the government spending money on its citizens.
Like that person walks outside and sees construction workers working on the road outside and goes, oh my God. Fucking this country. God damn it. What am I paying these construction men for? Okay, I prefer the put it back the way you found it and leave us the hell alone plan. what some fucking lady says.
Is that for Trump? Is that like...
Yeah, it's like
don't do anything and just...
Don't do the Build Back Better stuff.
Just
leave us alone.
Leave us alone.
President of the United States.
President of the United States. I'm sorry. Listen, what the fuck?
What the fuck? You shouldn't. And then somebody responds with, "You shouldn't be in the crypto space if you want the status quo to remain in place."
We're
all gonna die.
I know we're only like an hour and a half into recording or whatever, but like that's the kill myself moment right now.
Yeah. Birds will start singing again.
Also in Minecraft.
This person, because I don't know their gender, says, "People really voted for this dude, huh?" And then this other guy goes, "Oh my God, this has to be a satirical account." And then it's just a photo of this guy's profile. And I really gotta like... Yeah, okay. I'm gonna get the honest reaction from Josh.
And then I'll explain what the photo is for our audio-only listeners. Else because I don't want to blast this person's face.
Oh, it's not his face.
Okay. How do I... Okay, so let's start with the profile picture. The profile picture is an NFT. It looks like it. It's
not an NFT if it's not a hexagon.
Oh, sorry. So they're a fucking they right-clicked an NFT. Sorry.
Yeah.
So if it were an NFT, it would be a good one because it looks like shit.
Yeah, it does look like shit.
There's an American flag in the background with a pink alligator. And then we have the header, which is the gay pride flag with a crocodile in the center of it. In the neon blue and purple letters that I see everywhere, radical centrism, and then two no symbols on top of the hammer and sickle, and
also a swastika.
I was getting to.
That's the one that really kind of jumps out at you. He's saying no to the swastika though,
but I don't believe this guy. So. I'm this person.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say the name, but let's read the
bio.
The bio.
The bio's my favorite.
Which is an oxymoron.
Yeah.
Conservative punk hated by authoritarians. Hashtag Kyle is innocent. Scales emoji, the justice scales emoji.
Yeah.
Hashtag let's go Brandon. Sunglasses emoji.
Ooh.
Hashtag LGBT rainbow.
Hell yeah.
Hashtag centrist.
Okay.
With the handshaking. Hashtag unwoke with the head emoji.
Anti-SJW.
Hashtag free Cuba. Hashtag stop critical race theory. 18 only. And then
you're gonna see some naughty shit on this fucking guy.
American flag, heart, American flag, Trump 24. Trump 2024. This is a radical centrist.
A radical gay centrist.
I'm gonna kill myself. Next comment's at what cost, but it's not related to. This is at what cost for me now. This is at what cost. This is fucking.
At what cost?
At what cost? I know they're talking about the build back, the bareback program, right? But like, come on, like.
Fucking Kate said, "I'm hopeful." Hashtag climate justice.
It's not even the Green New Deal. That's what are you fucking? That's not even what this one's about.
A dummy. Yeah.
I mean, there's green shit in there, but not enough.
But it's also like, shut up. You wrote two words. What was that tweet about? What was it for? And now everybody knows that Kate is hopeful for climate justice.
Yeah, we'll keep fucking dreaming.
Me too, Kate. But also, like, you had to scroll past the fucking.
You had to scroll past the radical feminist, the radical centrist. Sorry,
not feminist.
Sorry.
Not a feminist.
Anti-feminist.
Anti-feminist.
As we all know, feminism is very authoritarian. That's how I want it to be, at least. I want to...
You want death by snoo snoo?
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
I get it.
Anyway,
Anyway,
I don't know how to segue out of that.
yeah.
So have you ever heard about a guy called Tucker Carlson?
That's the guy that shoes simping for.
Oh yeah, which is a
She
really
wants
that's
to
a really
fuck Tucker
which is a
Carlson.
really cool thing.
Yeah, it's really cool that she wants to do that.
Yeah, I don't think we talked about this. So we recorded a worst takes a while ago, and I never got around to editing it because I didn't feel like it. But I don't think we talked about his hip new cool fucking Disney Plus knockoff.
We might have done. Yeah,
Tucker Carlson Originals with the Fox fucking
Tucker Carlson Originals.
Yeah, that's what they're called now because
that's stupid.
It's really dumb, but
that's really stupid.
He's making a new January 6th documentary.
Oh,
about how it wasn't white supremacists
January
at the Capitol
6th.
on January 6th.
Let's do it again.
That we all remember.
Yeah.
And witnessed this year.
Yes.
Was actually Antifa.
Right.
Yeah, we all, that
the highly televised event.
A highly televised event where literally Donald Trump, not literally, sorry, because technically he's acquitted.
But now there's evidence that comes out.
There's a lot of evidence.
There's so much more evidence now.
Because they're still looking into it. This is going to be a year-long fucking thing. Multiple. It's going to take a while. Bannon's fucking indicted.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of shit that happens,
There's now the evidence that Pence,
his key card wasn't working
he didn't trust Secret Servicemen that were appointed to Trump.
Yeah,
he wouldn't get in the car with people.
Yeah, and they actually have fucking video evidence too that came out where they were at a loading dock and they weren't able to they were trying to find a way out. Crazy shit.
Yeah,
and no one's gonna get arrested.
It was all Antifa. So.
Sounds
like Antifa to me.
Yeah, it sounds like Antifa to me.
Sounds like those anti-fascists, actually.
That's why they brought a noose to the fucking thing to hang the fucking... Literally everyone besides Ted Cruz and Matt Gaetz.
I mean, so far, this world has only really seen, not really, but the world normally sees the people that bring, trebuchets and fucking, guillotines... are the ones that are anti-fascism. You know what I mean? French Revolution ass shit.
Yeah, but it's being co-opted now by fascism.
Yeah, and so
because
I can understand how you can manipulate.
Yeah, I mean
these images into being you and your homegirls wouldn't do this, and you and your homegirls are beautiful conservative women. Probably Antifa and have a bunch of white women be
but yeah, and it's really interesting because you're throwing people under the bus that are on your side. It's really weird by claiming,
anybody literally everybody should be anti-fascist.
But you got these fascists that are literally just
they don't know that they're becoming fascists.
So it's
they think they're fighting this boogeyman of Antifa.
Yeah. It's decentralized. That's not even a fucking organization. No. It's just a bunch of little.
Yeah.
They're not considered a terrorist organization by the FBI. White supremacist groups are. But.
I actually used to think that they were.
I mean,
way back when, conservatives somehow figured out, when I was in freshman in high school and stupid, I legitimately thought BLM was dangerous, and
because the
Antifa
narrative
was fucking the new ISIS.
Oh yeah,
that's what I thought.
Yeah, because they had a much harder stronghold on it, and it's slowly it's loosening a little bit in some aspects, but it's still. I mean, there's still. It's not like fascism doesn't exist anymore. But back in the day, even Democrats were a lot harder on BLM than they are now. They're now more performative about it, but now there's actually as much as the Democrats still suck, they're at least more progressive than they were.
I think they are just performative though.
I mean, yeah, but
I don't think you can really flip that hard. And when George Floyd happened and BLM started getting into it, I had to come around to the idea of BLM because that's how succinctly it was put in my head that BLM was a not good organization.
Yeah, I get that.
And dangerous. It was back when fucking BLM riots were happening and people were very well, there's both sides, you shouldn't riot, blah blah blah, and it was the fucking second time that this had happened, that a black man had been gunned down the
reason
street.
why this one got the reason why George Floyd got so much attention
was because of the video.
Yeah, and like at that point, if you watch that and you don't.
But I mean, you don't need a video to know that a black man is being gunned down in the street for no reason, and then, you know, people saw every single black man be gunned down in the street.
Yeah.
There were people that saw that shit and was still like, well, both sides. Like, you know, that's how fucked up racism is in this country.
Is that 100%.
That can happen to the point where children who are nowhere near that, who are of, who are not, white children who have privilege.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
Can just sort of be led astray into thinking, oh, both sides, you know?
Yeah, no.
And that's just sowing more and more racism.
No, yeah, of course.
But it's, well, I mean, okay, yeah, of course. But like when a fucking new thing happens like that, and then you become an adult, you think, oh my God, how much crazy shit have I said my entire life? Because the adults in my life are just this racist.
Yeah, and the system itself is I mean, the system works as it was built to maintain systemic racism, and then only recently has it become a lot harder for that system to really like stay there. I mean, at least like in the way of like, it's definitely it's
well, we're now all talking about it.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
We all know exactly what to do if we see something like this. Like we need to get it on videotape.
Exactly.
You know, we need to know exactly what the facts are. But I'm sorry, go ahead about this Antifa stuff.
Yeah, so Tucker Carlson
go ahead.
Is making his January 6th documentary.
Yeah.
About how it was Antifa and the FBI were involved in all these conspiracy theories.
Mm-hmm.
And this is interesting to me.
Yeah.
I saw an article from the New York Times today.
Yeah.
And the article is gonna be pretty much just good takes.
Okay.
But I do want to talk about the larger issue at hand, because there's some things that like are you know, I mean, it's just a little typical lib shit, you know, that come out across, because you know it's still corporate media, it's still, you know, all this shit, but it's still important to look at this and critique it as much as we can.
Right.
So, New York Times. 2 Fox News contributors quit in protest of Tucker Carlson's January 6th special. Jonah Goldberg and Stephen Hayes, stars of a brand of conservatism that has fallen out of fashion, decide they've had enough.
Okay.
Yeah, so
The New York Times is weird.
New York Times is really weird. Yeah, I get the reason why there's a New York Times pitch bot. You know, like I get it. Like 100%.
It's Joe Biden's birthday. Here's why that's bad news for Joe Biden.
Fucking okay. So I'm not gonna read the entire things. But okay, in some ways their departure should not be surprising. It's simply part of the new right's mopping up operation in the corners of conservative institutions that still house pockets of resistance to Donald J. Trump's control of the Republican Party. Mr. Goldberg, a former National Review writer, and Mr. Hayes, a former Weekly Standard writer, were stars of the pre-Trump conservative movement. They clearly staked out their positions in 2019 when they founded The Dispatch, an online publication that they described as a place that thoughtful readers can come for conservative fact-based news and commentary. It now has nearly 30,000 paying subscribers. Their departures also mark the end of a lingering hope among some at Fox News, strange as this is for outsiders to understand, that the channel would at some point return to a pre-Trump reality that was often hyper-partisan.
No, it wasn't.
But
what
Sarah,
are you talking about?
We love the word "but" here, guys. But that kept some distance from Republican officials. Fox's chairman, Rupert Murdoch, recently deplored Trumpism while acting as though, as Bloomberg's Tim O'Brien noted, he didn't run the company.
Okay.
The reality of Fox and similar institutions is that many of their leaders feel that the tight bond between Mr. Trump and their audiences or constituents leave them little choice but to go along whatever they believe. Yeah. Fox employees often speak of this as terms of respecting the audience, And in a polarized age, the greatest opportunities for ratings, money, and attention, as politicians and media outlets left and right have demonstrated, are on the extreme edges of American politics.
Yeah. So you just admitted that you're just contributing to fascism.
That's the thing.
That's just what that is.
That's the thing that this
you just admitted that shit.
Yeah,
in an article.
Exactly. Like, here's the thing, right?
Okay.
That's my. I guess that's what I want. That's why I wanted to read this. I guess, or some of this at least, is because the New York Times is technically one of the better. It's one of the better newspapers. It's actually
supposed to be.
It's supposed to be. Yeah.
Yeah.
At least it's not Bloomberg, right?
Yeah, it's true.
I mean, compared to other media outlets, New York Times is more trustworthy than a couple others. I mean, to a certain extent, even what is it, like Washington Post, despite the fact that it's owned by fucking Bezos.
Yeah.
And they will do everything they can to dispatch like socialism and shit, like they did with Bernie. They're all still corporate. They're all these things.
Yeah.
And the thing that this article gets wrong is as someone who wants to change the world for the better, and when it comes to knowing the enemy, which is conservatism,
Yeah.
It's not all Trump. And that's what this article kind of reads across to me as. Because for the most part, even though Trump is like doing all these rallies, doing all this shit, he's doing a lot of shit in the background, but he's lost his own platform.
Right. Well, okay. So what you're saying is that this article tries to make it seem like the enemies are just the Trumpers.
Yeah.
And no, and trying to shine a light on pre-Trump conservatism as if we want to get back to this bipartisan struggle.
The thing that's wrong about the thesis is that it pretends that pre-conservative Trump didn't lead to Trump.
Yeah.
Didn't lead to Trump and was good, because when we look back on it,
Obama was elected and then they made puppets of him and lynched him in front of the White House.
Yeah.
That was pre-Trump.
Literally, and Fox News was one of the places where they really did the birtherism shit, and they brought Trump on to talk about it. They can't pretend.
No, they can't.
As if this isn't and it's one thing to be like, well, sure, Rupert Murdoch owns the company and says all this.
Yeah. But
you can't pretend like he didn't own the company 12 years ago, before Trump was even like a bigger political name, because Trump has always been in the public eye since like the 80s or whatever, right? And it's come and gone, but he's mostly been in
he wasn't really in the political era
until the
birther shit.
Yeah, until the birther shit, and then
yeah, he was more of just like that fucking asshole that has all the money and is on The Apprentice. But I mean,
exactly,
fucking there was so much shit in conservatism. There was even fucking Tucker Carlson in the Crossfire. Yeah, until Jon Stewart absolutely decimated him.
And then you look at Tucker Carlson, who's now the top host on Fox News. You can't just pretend.
No, you can't. That things aren't the exact same.
That things are exactly the same. And it's one thing and that's why I don't like the focus on Trump anymore, despite the fact that Trump is still a threat. He's not as much of a threat as the whole entire thing now, because now he has all the lackeys.
Right.
And because QAnon is now out of control. QAnon is now just its own fucking thing now, and it'll live on its own until the end of days. And
I think Trump is a problem, but only in the idea of Trumpism.
Yeah, in the idea of Trumpism. But then, in 4 years, if he dies and can't run, it's going to be Gatesism or whatever,
No, that's not what I mean. I mean, the ideas that Trump instilled into his cult, that now there's a decentralized cult of these racist, homophobic, weird ideals, the most awful anti-intellectual ideals, and anti-vaccine, anti-trusting ideals of people, everybody's grandparents, who are the most likely to die of this virus and will not listen to anybody and have literally one exact, retort written out for them and programmed into their little smooth brains for when their daughter is trying to get them to not die.
Yeah.
Those people are the what I think of when I think of Trumpism. And I don't mean Donald J. Trump. I mean fucking just what he spurred on, what he attached himself to, and like a parasite grew bigger. off
Yeah.
of. That's what I think we should be worried about and we should be talking about. Not actually Donald J. Trump running again in 2024.
Yeah, it is.
So I completely understand what you're saying, but I do think,
because I mean, Trumpism is just fascism, but revolved around and that's like
fascism.
And that's the thing, is that we can't pretend that conservatism isn't going to lead to fascism if it continues to foster. And like, you know, like, and this is shit that like, it's only been 5 years since Trump won, you know, like it's only been like, it's like 2016 is when he ran and won.
Yeah.
And like before that you had like, and I guess the most thing that comes out to me is like Gamergate shit, when like there's a point in time where like, you know, you have your like Tucker Carlson's, you know, slowly infecting into the mainstream media, and then online there, since, you know, we learned a long time ago that like one of the first users of the internet were neo-Nazis in an attempt to try and do it. And then, you know, they slowly started disseminating information and like taking out 4chan and taking out and like trying to, and took over YouTube to an extent, or at least a lot of the talking of on YouTube and political things. And then Facebook comes around and Ben Shapiro's going out, and Borgino's, whatever his fucking name is, you know, going out and spreading shit. We can't just pretend like this just happened.
Exactly. I completely agree.
And that's my takeaway from this article, is that, well, yes, we should be worried about Fox, because they're going to, I mean, because Fox is just mainstream OAN and Newsmax. Yeah. But that doesn't mean they're not better than them.
No, of course not.
They're equally as bad. They just have a shiny coat of paint on, you know?
Well, not even. Like, I remember, like, way back when Fox was known for being just wrong. Like, just getting their facts wrong.
They don't, because they don't give a shit about facts. No conservative does, or, you know?
It's not even about that. It's not even about facts anymore with Fox. It's just, like, saying fucking things that will get them, you know, seen. It's, I mean, yellow journalism to the finest, but it's also, like, the most yellowest, but like fucking, it's just like, I remember SNL making fun of Fox by being like, and here are all the corrections for last night, and then like,
I remember that. This is a whole
just
list of
absolute fucking... And that's how I knew about politics, and that's how I knew about like that shit. Was like, politics was how I knew about culture. Way back before the internet was like a gigantic thing, like as a child. And it was like, George Bush bad, you know, John Kerry good. And it's like, you know, now you grow up and you look back on things and you have more nuance. But like now I've never seen a more polarized group of people against each other. Yeah. But it's so obvious now, maybe because I'm very polarized, but I don't think so, because the other side is saying, oh, you know,
it's hard to see yourself.
I love it when black people die.
Yeah, it's hard to see yourself as polarized when the opposite side is this anti-intellectual nonsense that doesn't believe in facts anymore.
It's not true.
You know, and you know, like it's one thing to like, what is it? Fucking question authority or whatever. It's another thing to get yourself killed because you won't trust scientists. You know, that's the thing. Like, you know, and like, I don't know, it's just fucked, man.
It is fucked. I just read a fucking tweet thread about somebody whose grandmother died who was vaxxed, died of COVID because her 50-year-old anti-vaxxer daughter got COVID and went around her grandmother.
Jesus Christ, man.
And then now the daughter is like, well, it's God's plan.
Oh, of course. Yeah, that's another thing, too, is that, I mean, the whole religious right, and that's another thing that's just been going on since, as far as I remember, is that they've had their own hold on...
It's unchecked stupidity. Like, people of other Abrahamic religions don't clutch on to this fucking crazy shit that hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know, it's
and
like...
if they do it for their own, also obviously fascist purpose that our current, like, you know, fucking... fascist conservatives think are fascist, and it's so like frustrating to be like, okay, so if you think that women shouldn't be told that they can't drive or go to school, can't you see it
exactly
yourself? And they just won't. They won't admit it.
Yeah, and that's it's just fun. It's fun when your conservatives like Dennis Prager have more in common with ISIS than...
Right, and then it really comes down to, I just want to eradicate the brown people. That is what it is. It's, you know,
God,
because you still can't tell those people that Islam is a peaceful religion. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah,
that is co-opted by fascism. You can't tell them that, but you can't, and they won't hear it. They'll just be like, "Oh yeah, peaceful religion. Okay, yeah, blah blah blah."
And they won't hear that, you know, that
Christianity
has caused more terrorist attacks in the United States.
There's more violence in the Bible.
There's more violence in the fucking Bible.
There's so much fucking violence in the Bible.
Blind eye to that, though.
No.
Just tribalism, man.
Yeah.
My people versus those people.
And I mean, I don't know. Some people will use that as an example of like, yeah, that's how it's always going to be. That's how it is. I'm fucking sorry. I thought we were better than fucking apes.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I thought that was the whole fucking point.
I remember this Carlin bit where we're barely out of the fucking jungle, you know?
Yeah, we are.
God.
But I don't know. I don't understand why people don't want to be more evolved.
Now just keep it how it is.
Why would you want to do that? That's so boring. That's just boring,
dumb, man.
Like,
I don't know.
It's at the least, at the worst, it's the worst. But at the least, it's just fucking like put some spice in your life.
Put a little bit of spice into it.
Anyway, speaking of spice, do you want to go into?
Do you want to go into the ad break?
Yeah,
and also a pee break. Speaking of Patreon.
I actually had to cough.
Hey, do you want to fund my LaCroix habit?
You want to fund my medical bills?
Because we gotta get Sarah some fucking Dayquil for these podcasts.
Something's gonna fucking
do you want
blow someday.
So hey, you've probably listening.
Hey,
you know, it's been, you know, we've done this for about an hour and a half, and if you're enjoying it so far and you're listening to this, we would. If you want to support us more financially,
yeah,
you have the option to do it through Patreon and buy me a coffee.
Yeah, both of those things.
Patreon is only $1 a month minimum. You can choose to donate more if you wish.
However much you feel like.
Exactly. Yeah.
We don't fucking care.
And buy me a coffee is a one-time tip
donation. Yeah,
donation, and it's like only $3 per coffee, so you can choose whichever amount you want.
And we're gonna read out the buy me a coffees, the notes.
If you want us to, yeah.
If you want us to. You can say that you don't want us to if you just want us to read whatever you want, but...
Exactly, yeah.
We can read it out on the podcast for you guys.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's a good way to, like, buy Jumbotrons, basically.
Yeah, if you want to, like, advertise something and, like, as long as it's, like, safe and, like, not...
Yeah, we're not going to read transphobic or racist shit,
but, like, if you have, like, a cool product or something, like, if you have a book or something, you know?
Yeah,
like,
if you want to, like,
we did last week, you know?
Pimp yourself out, or also just, like, say, you know... Like, be like, if you have like a friend that likes the show,
give them a shout out. Yeah. If you can do that, that'd probably be the best way to do it. Mm-hmm. But you won't get any of the Patreon exclusives. That's the only thing.
That's the sad thing. Yeah.
But if you get a Patreon, you get Patreon exclusives every once in a while, and you get the podcast like
a little bit earlier.
You probably get the morning of as opposed to during the day.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's pretty cool. Yeah. If I say so myself. But yeah, help fund my LaCroix alcoholism.
Someday we're just going to do ASMR of you doing this. Oh my God. Oh my God. Jesus Christ.
Dad's been drinking.
Josh.
That's what my dad told me when I was 5. More great content at Patreon.
We have fucking some Reddit stories, you know.
Got some Reddit stories.
We do.
It's the Reddit segment.
It is
because we instead of the word because I didn't think of a name as good as the worst takes. We're just gonna call it the Reddit segment. Fuck you, Light. The Reddit segment.
All right.
Nothing works out for fucking drunk Josh.
I, 20 male, have been secretly seeing my mother's friend, 30 female. We both are in love with each other and are tired of hiding our relationship. Wouldn't this be funny if this was an elaborate, like, I fucked your mom joke? This would be really funny.
This is like the biggest. This is a plot writer for porn trying to see if he can get away with a Reddit post.
Exactly.
Yo, should we send this over to Brazzers?
There's nothing sexy about this. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Fuck. Damn it.
Trigger warning: grooming.
potential grooming.
No, like probably for sure grooming. Like definitely.
Grooming more like cougaring because she's like cougar.
Like, yeah, but I think my mother has known her for around 13 years because of our extended family being friends with her.
Okay. All right.
They actually started being good friends like 7 years ago when my mother let her move in to help her get back on her feet because she was financially struggling.
So he would have been 13 at the time, right? Because he's 20 now.
Yeah. So she knew him when he was 7.
7 and then 13.
She moved into their house.
Okay, all right. Long game, long con on this one.
After that, they became like sisters, and they were super close with each other. She moved out about 3 or 4 years ago, but she regularly visits us, and we also regularly visit her. Parentheses, I see her every day.
Oh, shit.
She and I started seeing each other for nearly a year now. The 19 and 29. We secretly go on dates whenever my mother isn't around, and we've been hiding it pretty well. I know we have an age gap.
Yeah, there's a bit of an age gap.
But we both love each other, and we can both still have kids together when the time is right.
Whoa, hold on. Okay.
She even started talking about marriage with me.
No.
We both had a conversation recently about our relationship, and she doesn't want to keep hiding it anymore. She wants us to just be a normal couple and for us to be able to build our own family already.
What good? I know I'm cutting you off, but like, what good is that going to be for you? Like, no.
What?
No.
Why? I just want to come clean to the police that I fucking am a pedophile. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? She wants us to discuss this with my mother first. Obviously, since they are good friends. I also don't
like sisters.
I also don't think my mother would be super upset with it either, since she has joked about me potentially dating her friend.
All right, wait, hold on. What the fuck's wrong with your mother then?
I know everybody is so weird in this situation.
This is some weird fucking Alabama shit right now. Hold on.
I need help advice about how we should actually go ahead and do this. Like, what things should I say or not say to avoid angering her? Such a 20-year-old question?
Said the 20-year-old to the...
Well, it's just like, I already know, like, you're fucking immature. If you think there's anything you can say to stop your mom from being mad at you for fucking her friend.
Yeah.
Or honestly, it should be that she's mad at her friend for sexually abusing her son.
Yeah, there's probably definitely been some sort of grooming here. It's weird. And that's okay. This is another weird thing now. Like, okay, so if you're 20,
yeah,
do we know the age of the mom?
No.
The mom's hopefully in her 40s with a 30-year-old friend.
Yeah.
Fucking
her son.
Her 20-year-old now son.
Yeah.
Little weird.
That's weird. That's weird. That's pretty sus.
Hold on. Wait, 13 would have been 17. So mom was 27, theoretically.
Okay.
Well, like, okay, so like let's assume that it's mom's 40, right? And then 30-year-old and the 20-year-old. 13 years ago, they became friends. So the friend would have been 17 when she was 27.
Yeah.
And then moved in. Wait, hold on. That doesn't make sense. Wait. 17, 27. Yeah, right. Wait, yeah.
13 years would be 17. It could be that the mom had her kid super early, and maybe that's why everybody's immature. Also, is like
it's possible, yeah.
Maybe the mom had the kid at 19, and is now 39, or was that right?
I don't know. I really don't fucking know. If it was 17, it would be 37, I guess.
Yeah, and then she's 29. That would make sense to me. You could be 37 and 29.
Yeah, so that's very...
And then 13 years ago would be 26 and 17. Still weird.
Still a little...
These are all weird situations.
These are not good age gaps.
But I will say the family friend 13 years ago, she knew of her because the family friend became friends with extended family.
Yeah.
So there's another person that's connected
true,
that we don't know.
This is all weird. Mm-hmm. That's all I feel to this.
Yeah, this is pretty weird.
Is there any other info?
Like, what things should I say or not say to avoid angering her? Another 20-year-old question. You can't say anything. How exactly should I set up the whole conversation? Too long didn't read. I have been secretly dating my mother's best friend. She has no clue, and I wanted to let her know so I don't have to hide it anymore.
Here's what you do. You lock all the gun safes in your house.
Because she's going to kill your lover.
Yeah, 100%. Because there's no...
Maybe she should, though.
Okay. Well, hold on.
I mean, she's a fucking groomer. Like, fuck.
I mean, maybe, go to jail and be shunned, but like, I mean, the thing, it's just weird. It's just not okay.
Yeah.
And the reason why it's not okay, like, it would be questionable if it wasn't you knew of her when you were 7 and didn't know her since you were 13. Like, if you just turned 20 and you met a 30-year-old
and you started dating, it would still be weird.
It'd be a little weird, but like, it wouldn't be like...
I feel like it would be weird.
I mean, yeah, but like...
We would still be like, all right. And then like the 30-year-old starts talking about marriage.
That's still weird. Not okay.
Yeah, that's not okay
at all. Yeah. And wanting to have your fucking... You want to fucking pound her and leave a little baby inside? That's a little...
That's crazy.
Crazy.
That you're thinking about that.
That she's thinking about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that she's like that's nothing here is good.
Yeah.
And there's not a I pray to God this is fake. I know we get comments every once in a while.
It seems like it might be fake for the ages.
Yeah, and like, to be fair,
the ages don't really make sense.
Yeah, and you know what? Like,
but maybe it's real. I don't know.
Maybe it's real. Honestly, I don't give a shit if a story's real or fake. If I'm being honest.
No, me too.
A story's a story, whatever. Yeah. But like, I mean, like, fucking, it's just not. Nothing here fits.
No.
Nothing is good.
Everybody in this story is out of their damn mind. You are out of your goddamn mind. Don't. Every single person, the mom, the fucking, every person who knew this woman, even when she was 17. It just sucks. This whole situation sucks.
Yeah.
And this guy is gonna go through with this.
He's gonna fucking like, hey, let's... I don't know. I don't even know what to say to it.
How do you fall in love with somebody like that? Who's known you for 13 years? We're in love. Like, shut up. Like, no, you're not. You've been groomed. I'm sorry. This is really sad.
Pretty fucking sad.
Yeah.
I need more LaCroix. God. I don't know. I really don't. It's just, I don't know either.
That's my story. There are no fucking comments either.
I wonder why. No one wants to touch this, dude. Even
there are comments, but they're all like, "Bro, you were fucking groomed, dog."
Okay, yeah, good, because like
none of them were shitting on him.
Okay, that's good. But like, yeah, fucking get.
Well, all of them were shitting on him, but none of them were.
Well, they weren't
in support of the relationship.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah. But like, damn, yikes.
It's pretty yikes.
That's yikes.
Just a little story that's like a little yikes.
Speaking of age gaps.
Do we just search out age gaps for this show?
People love it. People you know what? Okay, this is I gotta bring back an old bit. So this is from r/relationships. Still up. So
good.
But again, I forgot to mention at the beginning of the Reddit segment. Don't go find these fucking things.
Don't find these people, please.
I swear to God, if I see another fucking person
that's
type
like,
out,
I came from TikTok.
we're ending the podcast.
Whoa.
That's a promise.
Oh shit, I wasn't part of this promise, but all right, I guess.
It's gonna be a Sarah podcast.
I would do the shit out of that.
I know you would. I know, and get a million fucking I'm holding you back.
Buck it up.
I honestly mean that. Okay, so
no, you're holding me back from going insane.
Ayo.
Ay.
All right. Okay. All right. So my 41 female.
Oh my God.
Boyfriend. 26 male.
Are you? Whoa.
And I are seeking advice about the guilt we feel about the circumstances around how our relationship has progressed. This is not related to our age gap relationship.
I'm his
Not
mother's
related.
friend.
Don't you guys? Don't you fuckers think that's about the age
Don't
gap?
you
Because
dare.
it's not. All right.
It's not. It totally
You're
is.
a fucking
for sure.
dumbass if you think it's about the age.
It absolutely is. You can't say that shit. It totally is.
I will say, okay, fucking.
It's gonna be. I'm gonna find a way for it to be.
I don't know, man. I'd fucking milk. Twice.
Yeah, but would you date one?
No. No, I wouldn't.
Right. That's
It's weird.
the whole
That's
point.
the whole point. Yeah. Did it for the long con. Since he was 13.
Nay.
Okay.
7 years old.
7 years old. Okay.
Gross.
God, gross.
Gross.
This is why QAnon wins, man. 'Cause
Yeah.
Fucking we joke about this.
No, we do.
Hashtag Volsh is a pedophile. It's difficult.
Just read the damn story.
All right. Okay. All right.
The fuck?
It's difficult to know where to start or what information to give first when seeking an outsider's point of view and advice on your relationship.
You work in business, and I don't like your vocabulary.
Sometimes stock go up, sometimes stock go down.
We really have to get to the analytics of the situation so that we can
find ourselves in.
we can reach a solution
To
for
this.
our shareholders and also our employees. And you know what? Respect is all about transparency with our coworkers. And it's like, how about you shut your fucking mouth and just get to the point?
I'm not even-
You're
we're
fucking
not-
a 26-year-old.
we're not even-
You can shut up about
We're
it.
not even done with the business speak. I just read more of it.
No. Okay, fine. I'm going to zone out real quick.
Okay. Though we will request first that responses be directed toward the advice we are seeking.
I legit thought you were joking with me.
We are aware that our situation and relationship is unorthodox. Should I go get a tie? We also
to
want
hang myself with.
We are aware that our situation and relationship is unorthodox. We also want to stay anonymous, but also know some information need to be given in order for anyone reading to get a better idea of our story. So here we go.
That is a manager at a Kinko's.
Please try to be
That's
kind.
what that is.
Sarah,
that's not
please
even
try
like
to be kind.
That's not even a CEO.
Don't be fucking jobist.
That's not.
Could you
It's
not be-
just that's middle management speak that makes me want to fucking scalp myself.
I love how we have the business speak and it immediately goes into.
So I'm fucking this fucking cog.
Yeah. I am 41 female. My BF is 26M. Yes, we are in an age gap relationship, but are not seeking advice or opinions on our age gap. We live. Okay.
Then you shouldn't post on Reddit.
This is going to be a tough one.
Oh really?
We live in different countries and are never met, but we are working to close the distance as soon as it is possible.
Oh no.
We met here on Reddit at the beginning of the year when just seeking friendship and support. Despite our intention to remain platonic friends, we found ourselves falling in love. Here's where the most judgment may come in. I am married, though currently separated and in the process of divorce. However, when we met, I was still living with my husband. I was honest with my BF from the beginning about being married, about my struggles within my marriage, and my intention to file for divorce. My husband, on the other hand, did not find out about my relationship with my boyfriend until a few months ago. Once we realized that our feelings for each other had gone from platonic to romantic love, my BF was honest about his reluctance and concerns about proceeding in our relationship while I was still married. I don't know why I put that much reflection on it. God, Despite the efforts we have made to wait until after the divorce is final, the love and connection we have found draws us to each other. We are both dealing with the guilt of not waiting. The guilt is because we have disrespected and hurt my husband by cheating, and also because cheating is not how we want to begin our relationship. Bad fucking news.
Sorry you did it.
Sorry you fucking did.
You can't take
God,
it back.
you
It's
can't
not like
take
a
it back.
fucking thing. Yeah.
Oh, we know we can't go back and not allow ourselves to fall in love.
Then why are you
What's
posting
done
about this
is
shit?
Done. What's done is done. We have attempted to break up until the divorce is final, but the foundation of our relationship.
What would that do? Just be together, you dumb fucking
Yeah,
cheaters.
Right? It's final. But the foundation of our relationship is that we were friends first, supporting each other through difficult times in our life with non-judgmental support and complete honesty with each other. Cutting off complete contact is far more difficult because neither of us have the kind of support we have provided one another. Here is our request for advice. What can we do that will correct as much as possible the guilt felt from not wanting waiting so that when the divorce is final, that guilt won't follow us for the rest of our lives. I have apologized to my husband for disrespecting him and hurting him by not waiting. The divorce is amicable, and when speaking...
So he knows?
Yeah, he knows.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
the husband knows, yeah. I have apologized to my husband for disrespecting and hurting him by not waiting. The divorce is amicable, and when speaking with my husband, he appears to have accepted the apology and moved past the cheating. Has anyone else had similar experiences? And if so, how did you deal with and repair the guilt? What would be your suggestions on how to proceed? Please know that myself and my BF are very aware that cheating is wrong and negativity affects everyone involved, whether knowingly or unknowingly. We are not trying to make excuses to justify cheating. We're not doing it. We are attempting to find a path that works for us and to do the right by those we hurt. If the only response that can be given is hateful judgment, we ask that those judgments remain private. But
what the fuck is wrong with you?
But if there is honest advice and respectful opinions, we welcome them with an open heart and mind.
Okay.
Live, laugh, love. That's not written. Thank you for taking the time to read our long post and look forward to your responses. TLDR, we have been cheating emotionally on my husband, but would like to find a way to rectify how my married relationship is ending and how our future relationship moves forward.
Okay. I actually have some actual advice.
Yeah, some actual advice.
I do. As a person who has dealt with guilt in my life.
Yes, I think we will, yeah.
There's nothing you can really do to make it go away other than forgive yourself.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah.
It's difficult to get there because really beating yourself up is really hard to get past when you know you've done something very wrong. Now let me get to the advice I'm gonna say. What a selfish bitch. What the fuck? How can you and also like that's such a fucking duh. Like I feel like that's in like Winnie the Pooh. You know, like I feel like that's a lesson that's like
basic thing. Yeah.
Children know about. How did you get to 46 and this is the thing that you regret? I feel like you've done a lot of bad shit in your life. And now you lack the fucking awareness that now this is you're fucking a 26-year-old, but you can only find cheating to be the thing that you did wrong. And you're like, gosh, how do I get rid of this?
Get rid of this feeling?
How do I get rid of this bad feeling? I feel
weird
bad.
Sociopathy, kind of. Like it's really like I don't.
Very sociopathy.
Like fuck, man. How do you?
It's just like what the fuck is wrong with you?
Like shit.
He's in a fucking another country. Shit doesn't need to be this hard. Country. Maybe just don't flirt with a man on the internet while you're going through a divorce.
Yeah, right? Like, shit.
Just divorce your fucking husband.
Divorce and then go out on the town. You know,
and
like,
I
whatever.
will say, like, separate first.
Yes, 100% separate. Yeah.
I don't even judge, like, people that start dating once they're separated because everybody moves on in different ways.
Yeah.
If it's like, okay, yeah, you're not with your partner, but you're still married, that is a technical gray area. I'm not going to judge you for that because I don't fucking know. I've never been in that situation.
Yeah, so like...
But I will judge you when you are still married and you are still together.
And then you make the decision to... Well, you don't even make the decision. Your husband makes the decision to separate because I think...
She just lying until he found out.
Yeah, and then he found out, and then they separated. Even though she always had intentions to divorce, but just never did it.
Yeah, okay,
so
sure.
Whatever. Yeah. Like shit, man.
Sure, you
have
did.
we not all listened to "The Less I Know, the Better" by Tame Impala?
She hasn't for sure. She's 40 fucking six.
Yeah, and I heard it fucking a year too late. So
I don't know.
Fuck, man. Like,
just
shit.
fucking get accustomed to heat, so that when you're in hell, it's not that big of a deal. All right, like fucking. That's what life is all about. You're
Move
gonna
to Florida, and
you're gonna make the decisions that you're gonna fucking make. You made these decisions, and now you do have to deal with the hateful judgment.
Yeah, you have to fucking.
That's part of it. That is part of it. Is the hateful judgment. You can't just have your life be all fucking roses and shit and then go out and fuck a 26-year-old, cheat on your husband with a 26-year-old emotionally over the internet. Yeah. Your poor cuck of a husband.
Right, though? Like,
is sitting here being cheated on by his wife over the internet.
Poor bastard, man.
This poor guy, he dodged a bullet so hard.
Dodged a pretty fucking big bullet. Now he can live out his 50s fucking smashing pussy.
And the worst part about it is this woman is going to get that advice of just forgive yourself.
Yeah.
Because at this point,
that's all
she's
going to
do.
She's going to accept as advice because
your husband's already accepted it. He has his own issues now because of you.
Yeah.
Which, you know, feel good about that.
Have fun, yeah.
Somehow don't
forgive yourself about that.
Yeah.
You know? Because I don't have to deal with his emotions anymore. Fuck him.
Yeah, no,
you know, I don't need to think.
I don't have to worry about him.
It's like when you throw the litter outside the car door. It's like you don't have to worry about it anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't care what
it's
happens.
like whatever. It's not in my vicinity. I don't see it. It doesn't cause harm. I'm not.
It's my world.
People anymore, and you're living in it. Fucking. Yeah, no, go ahead. He has his own issues. Stop fucking talking to your husband. Stop asking your husband how he feels about you cheating on him with a 26-year-old over the internet and trying to get him to be sad. Because what you're just doing is, remember when I cheated on you?
Remember when I cheated on you? Isn't that crazy?
Isn't it crazy? And my boyfriend's only like 20. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy that I cheated on you with a 20-year-old?
I got a fucking young stud.
You're gonna make your husband fucking kill himself, dude.
Yeah.
Well, nobody makes anybody kill himself, but
I mean, you're gonna be in the suicide note.
You're just bullying a man.
You're just bullying a man.
You are bullying a man.
Like cricket in the fucking Mythic Quest. Yeah.
Yeah, legit. That's what it reminded me of. Yeah.
God, that's crazy, man.
I don't know, but if you are a person out there, my real advice is just forgive yourself because it's
that's the real advice. But also. Give it a couple years to forgive yourself.
Yeah, go through some turmoil. Yeah, don't just like I forgive myself.
You fucking business major. Oh
yeah.
God.
How do you 40-something
How do you write that
and then worry what other people think about you?
I'm so worried what other people think. How do you go on Reddit.com and worry about what people think about you?
How do you make these decisions, leaving your husband for some guy in another country? 20 years younger than you, and then still worry about how other people think of you.
It's all about me.
It's all about insecurity is what it is. You're just a fucking insecure, selfish person.
God,
and you're insecure that you're selfish, which is very frustrating.
God damn.
Decimated.
Owned with facts and logic.
Split into decimals.
All right, I'm ready for the next one.
Are you ready? This one's a long one.
Oh, fuck. Happy 3-hour-long podcast, everybody.
Yeah, happy a lot of work for Josh later.
Happy 10-hour stream. It's going to be.
I, 21 female, am finding it hard to support my fiance, 23 male, that claims to have depression/mental health issues.
All right, well, this is going to be a fun one.
This is a fucking roller coaster,
This is going to be a fun one, guys. Strap yourselves in.
This is the first time I felt like really shocked at what I'm reading since I read that fucking Wolf Story ad.
This is equivalent to Wolf Story?
Kind of. Sort of. But like in real life.
Shout out to the one person that was cringing at the Wolf Story. I hope you're about to enjoy this next one because oh boy.
I guess I can start from the beginning to get a better point of view from you guys. We have been living together for 7 months. We have been together for a year.
All right, well. That wouldn't have even been COVID. Like maybe like one thing where it was like 3 months in, like COVID started, and,
and
like
then you started living right.
That makes sense, right? But no, you waited for COVID because
you met in COVID.
And then
dated
during
for
COVID,
6 months, and then
you got
together.
vaccinated and decided to move in.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, okay.
When I first met him, he was super successful and made around 6 figures.
Don't know why this is going to be important.
Keep in mind he's 23 years old and she's 21.
He's also a famous podcaster,
Yeah. No. He lost his job, parentheses, the branch closed.
Oh, okay.
As we were planning my move. We were long distance. He had luxurious materialistic items and had so much potential. But this person I am with is not the same anymore.
No. Okay.
Well, okay. I will say it's not really gold diggery, honestly.
No, it's not.
It is, but it's not really.
It's not, but like I'm already worried for. I know where this is going with.
No, you don't.
Oh no. Okay.
He lost a great job, first one after the branch closed, because he called in sick when he wasn't, 4 days worth. and got pushed back on training by a week. And then the owner put him to part-time instead of full-time. He ended up leaving that job.
Okay. All right.
He then got another job in the profession he really knows and got through half of the training and decided on a different job that offered him a position for less money in the long run.
I mean, okay, but if you get a job, I guess, I mean.
They both are commission-based, and he needed to get clientele with the first one, and the other job didn't need a clientele-based commission. He didn't want to wait to make a lot of money. He wanted the fastest way. So he left to start training at the new job. He was struggling with mental health, and I was helping him the best I could at the time. He was about finished with training, and I decided we needed a place to start and call our own instead of a small apartment with 4 dogs. Why?
Why do you have,
Why did you just decide that?
How big are these dogs, too?
And also, yeah, like, that's really fucking shitty. You can't have 4 dogs in a fucking apartment.
Yeah. Well,
you can barely have one
you?
dog.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, we needed a duplex or a small house to rent out. The space was so claustrophobic. Okay, I don't normally do that, but this one was...
I get it, you're good.
And I couldn't even get through the bathroom without having to squeeze my way in. I had money saved up, and he was telling me he was doing great and almost finished with training and would make more than 6 figures his first year. Which I checked, and he wasn't lying, but I felt like there was something off.
You're already checking, but okay, all right.
Well, yeah, he's 23, and he's saying he's making 6 figures as well.
Yeah, so...
But we decided on a beautiful place with enough space that we knew we could afford. I started having really bad medical issues that made me unable to work. I filed a claim, and I'm waiting for it to clear to help out with the bills.
Okay.
I'm having surgery within the week.
Jesus.
I know, right? Fuck. I made barely any money with a low-income management job, and we both knew that he could afford this place by himself anyway, so it was a good decision either way. Then the business he worked at pretty much fucked him over. His boss took an unexpected leave, and they promised him pay for the first time he had to miss because of it, and they didn't pay him at all. And so for 2 weeks, he didn't look for a new job or even a gig, just stayed on his computer, gaming his life away. I would say something to him about our bills, and he would say, I got it covered, and I'll make it happen. I trusted his word because he's never lied to me.
Okay.
We started having some real issues, and I think we both bring out the worst in each other. All of our bills are being paid for by the things we own. We have to pawn something every day because he is lazy. He blames it on his mental health, and I am very understanding when it comes to that. So I listen. I help and give him support, but I just had to sell my engagement rings for 1/10 of the value because he decided to not be productive, and I know diamonds don't have a good resale percentage, but we had to settle with the price because we were desperate for the money.
Oh, no. Yeah, I had an inkling this is kind of... But we're not even done, are we?
No. When I got together with him, he was nothing like this. I'm not naive when it comes to relationships and BS from people.
Sure, yeah.
I wasn't blinded by love. I truthfully think him losing a successful job has put a damaging effect on our relationship. He had a huge argument today because I kindly asked him to let the dogs out to go potty. He was making an ice cream cone and got mad that I inconvenienced him. Apparently all the time, too.
What? I
like to imagine 2 little babies walking around yelling at each other about stuff.
No one.
You're just both so young. It's so funny.
Yeah,
and
holy
obviously,
shit.
you know, this guy's lying to you a lot.
Yeah. Jesus.
About his jobs. I've never felt so hurt. And he started yelling at me, not calling me names, but it felt degrading because of the things he was saying about me. I'm disabled, and some days I can't function normally, and most days I can't. So the help I got when I first had these problems is not the same as now. I'm an inconvenience, apparently. But he then takes it back and after he sees how hurt I am. We have had some issues relating to his mental health, and I've always helped him. He told me he was leaving today and started packing up his stuff, leaving me with a late payment for all the bills, the house, the physical work of the dogs we have, everything. To say the least, I broke down and was extremely terrified of losing him. I just dropped to the floor in agony. Not only was I financially fucked, but the love of my life was walking out on me. I told him he was ruining my life and I didn't deserve this treatment. He then, after 30 minutes, stopped packing, came to me and helped me off the floor and held me. I felt comfort, but also a pit in my stomach from the issues we just had. I can't seem to bring myself to help him through his mental issues anymore. It's not the issue.
That's not the problem here, no.
Okay. Today he sold his PC and was super upset about it. He told me he was happy that he got the cancer out of his life. Meaning the computer?
I guess, yeah.
And that it was a good step in the right direction, but I don't have the feeling of helping him and supporting his decisions anymore. I catch myself questioning everything that he's done since he started pawning to make money and is doing currently. I don't want to end this relationship because he treats me good. I'm in love with him.
I'm gonna. Can I push back a little bit on the?
Yeah, I don't think so. I just can't get around to feeling anything other than sadness and frustration. I'm fed up with his nonsense, and he keeps coming to me crying, and I just don't feel anything but embarrassment for him. Oh my god!
Wow. Okay. Well, that's a weird.
Like,
I get it, but
but it's like, everything that comes out of his mouth is judged and proved wrong in my head. He means well, and I don't know if it's actually a mental issue he's having.
It probably is, but it's probably not
depression,
or even not.
I don't know. Actually,
it's either
he's got something.
There's something wrong.
There's something wrong with this man.
But like, I hesitate to say that it's just complete like pathological lying or narcissism. I think it might be. It's a mix of those two.
It's something.
It's
we
something.
don't know.
I don't know.
But
I'm not a therapist. Whatever. But
I offered to help him by paying for his therapy somehow so he can get actual help, but he refuses. I'm at a standstill, and we have been talking about separating. Then he hugs me and acts like everything is okay. Then goes back to acting depressed. I just don't get it, and it seems almost slightly psychotic now. 4 question marks. Too long didn't read. My fiance is claiming his laziness is because of his depression and or mental illness. Things are getting extremely bad between us, and I can't seem to support his decisions anymore. I offered to get him therapy, but he refuses. His life choices are stressing me out and causing a massive anxiety in my life. Now, there is an update.
Oh. Is it about to get worse?
It's about to get crazy.
Let's go.
Update. So I distanced myself from him today. Went in the shower and started looking through public records. Found out his real age, 21. He has even been lying to me for a whole year. Even his license had a fake birthday on it.
What?
He claimed he lost it a month ago because I was looking for it to put on our house. Instead, he called and put his social on the house by himself and did everything behind my back so I wouldn't find out his real age. I'm removing him from my life and will no longer be in my home. He won't be in her home. I have all the bills in my name, and my mother said she will support me here in this house as long as I recover after surgery and I work my ass off. I still think he's lying about other things, but he admitted... Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
But he admitted his home was shared with someone else, and he had to surrender everything and file for bankruptcy because he was drowning in bills. That's why he moved states, not the job.
Wow. Holy shit.
Yeah, pathological liar.
Wow. All right, well...
Why would you lie about 2 years? Like, that's the stupidest thing.
Because it makes it more believable that he has a 6-figure job.
And she's 21, too.
Yeah, why do you...
And they were only together for a year, so they were both 20 to 21. Like, there was no reason.
There's no fucking reason.
No.
That's ridiculous, man. That's a wild story.
Isn't that wild?
I don't even... What do I say to that?
Right. I don't...
Yeah, first of all, it's already solved. You figured it out.
Yeah, you figured it out.
You unlocked. You found the key.
All you had to do was go through public records.
Door.
This guy is just fucking stupid.
Oh my God.
It's so funny though to me that he was making an ice cream cone, and he's lying about his age, and he's just like, it's like the fucking 3 kids in a trench coat.
How fucking dare you? I'm trying to make myself a fucking McFlurry right now.
You know nothing comes before ice queen time.
Fucking. You're just like your fucking bitch mother.
It's like you have a boyfriend and you're like, so you're gonna go get a job today? And he goes, yeah, after my nap and my blankie. And then you find out he's actually like 3 kids in a human suit.
Actually, I need 6 different blankets, one for the floor, one for thing, and just kind of repeat that. I just need a lot of room.
3 times.
Yes, I need a lot of room. 3 pillows, please.
Oh, by the way, on the next grocery order, could you put goldfish on there?
Can you put? Can I
get some apple juice?
Can you get some Go-Gurt? And if you don't fucking get me yogurt, I'm never leaving this fucking house. And you're gonna have to start paying for some fucking shit, okay? Listen.
It's just fucking...
Swear to God. Children. Yeah.
How did this kid do all this shit? Like, that's the wildest part.
Here's my headcanon.
Yeah.
Like, we always love it. We all have a good Josh headcanon.
They figured out how to rent out a house.
He, at a very young age, watched the movie Catch Me If You Can, starring Leonardo DiCaprio and Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
And he forgot the important part is that Leonardo DiCaprio, the character he was portraying, was smart. And also didn't exist at a time when public records were available on the internet. You had to go to like a government. He
was definitely doing illegal stuff, right?
Yeah, no, 100%.
Like he was doing like the money mule thing for sure, right?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, because like fucking if he had to leave states to avoid bills in one state to another, and then
filed for bankruptcy,
and had to file for bankruptcy.
But it sounds like he did it multiple times.
Yeah.
Like he was a fucking idiot about that.
Yeah.
Because like fucking I've almost fell for a money mule scam one time. It's like, especially with COVID and you want a fucking job that pays and work from home. Like there's some scams out there that can convince people, but like he just like went out and did it.
He just went out and fucking
and like just, I want to do this shit.
And we'll see what happens. Yeah.
How are you making 6 figures at 21?
I mean, that's...
Unless he's doing... Because I remember one time, years ago, there was a Redditor who found out that her boyfriend wasn't going to jobs and was just like driving around for 8 hours in his car, not doing Uber or Lyft or anything.
Just driving around.
Day trading.
Yeah, that's the only thing. There's a couple ways that as a young person you can make money.
But like to pretend to have an office job,
that's kind of ridiculous.
Just to not get the scrutiny of, going out and getting a real job.
Yeah, so like,
it's weird. It's just weird.
Crazy, yeah.
A quote unquote real job.
Yeah, obviously, but like, I mean, that's just fucking insane.
That's some crazy shit, man.
Crazy shit.
That I read that and I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Once you said ice cream cone, I was like,
ice cream cone's hilarious. That was the most hilarious detail of this whole thing.
It's because like it's like a drumstick, right? Like it's one of those pre-packaged things.
It's a cartoon thing,
Yeah.
It's like, so I found him eating his ice cream, wearing his little propeller hat.
Yeah, right? Like it's really like,
you didn't know? You didn't get an inkling?
God damn, I gotta fucking pee again after that.
It's a Monopoly,
Holy
man.
shit, it's a Monopoly, man.
Monopoly guy.
All right, so final Reddit story.
Let's go.
Let's go. All right, so at my wit's end, boyfriend has an addiction to flirting online. Help?
Oh god,
it is a help with a question mark. That's why I said it like that.
Yeah.
TLDR. Boyfriend, 27, of 10 years, loves playing video games every night in our spare bedroom until early in the morning. Often goes quiet, which makes me suspicious, as he has a history of creating multiple fake accounts flirting with girls online. Some of which he's had a 5-year online relationship with.
Oh, so he's just catfishing
people. Just catfishing people, yeah. He has never done anything physically. I've checked every correspondence, but it's happened too many times over the year, and it's becoming a strain. So not only
a strain,
it's
like
a strain.
He's tricking people into loving him.
It's straining. It's a pain in my ass when my partner decides just to go on MTV's Catfish, and every other day he's on the show. Like
They do have multiples. It could be one of them.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So not only do I feel neglected, I cannot trust him, which is horrific as he is in general the most sweetest person ever.
Yeah, of course he is.
Is this an addiction? Do I stop him from playing his games? Or do I just leave his ass? Looking for advice from someone who has experience with this situation.
What?
From my point of view, I can either encourage him to go to therapy, leave his ass, or just accept it. Who has been in this situation?
That is
for the past 5 years. He's had an online relationship,
and he needs to go to therapy.
He needs to go to therapy.
Yes, and if he doesn't go to therapy, leave his ass.
Leave his ass. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what it is. Like, well, that's why you gave these answers.
Yeah, you know the answer.
You just want somebody to tell you to accept it and do what you're told. And it's like, well, shut the fuck up. No.
Yeah, why'd you go on fucking Reddit? I don't know.
Why did you do that? Like,
one of his fake accounts is gonna find out that you're on Reddit.
Yo, that's why I couldn't have a long distance relationship. I would be thinking I'm getting catfished like all day long.
Right? And now,
yeah. Although I know that
multiple accounts.
If you FaceTime them, then it's like, okay, yeah.
Yeah, but
it's wild.
Crazy to me.
Yeah, that's crazy.
How do you pull something off like that while you're dating?
People are dumb, man. Like, that's just what it is. And it's like, fucking, yeah, I think I've been texting Ariana Grande for the past 10 years. We've been in a relationship.
We've been like really good buds.
I've never FaceTimed her. I've never called her, but we just message every day. It's more of like the feeling of needing to be loved by somebody than it is the feeling of like an actual relationship.
Yeah.
Which is one of the weirdest things the internet has made.
Yeah.
It's just taking this and giving somebody like an AI lover, basically.
Yeah, it's just weird, man.
Lies.
Yeah.
I don't know. That shit's fucking wild.
That's wild.
That's one of the wilder,
okay, because I game at night with the boys in our spare bedroom. Can you imagine like me going on and playing fucking Apex and then having to be
going quiet,
like, all right, guys, I gotta go real quick,
and then you start texting Ariana Grande.
The Ariana Grande, yeah, and I know it because
it's the real Ariana Grande. Dude, I would just think that you were watching porn. I would just be like, all right, whatever.
Hardcore typing.
I would just be like, all right, whatever. Josh was watching porn in this office. I don't care. Shit. I don't give a crap. Man, like, what? Yeah, no.
God. I don't even know what to say. I thought I would have better advice for this one for some reason, but I can't.
That's obviously just crazy.
That's just crazy, yeah. Okay. That's just a crazy story from Reddit.
Are you ready for some listener stories, though?
It's the listener story segment. Where's the fucking remote?
Oh.
Back to purple. Hey,
back to purple.
It's time for the purple listener stories.
What?
Purple listener stories, because Reddit. I really tried to force that. I'm sorry.
You did a lot. You just said purple and then listener.
I tried to merge purple listener, like
perp listener.
Purple listener. There you go. Yeah. Purple listener stories.
I don't know.
Sarah's getting sick of my shit. Took her 3 years. She's
just as soon as we get any sort of notoriety on this podcast, I'm like, relationship's done.
Relationship's done. Yeah.
Done. Podcast didn't save this relationship. No, I love you.
I love you too. When the breakup happens, we're both gonna have the podcast every other week.
Yeah, it's divorced, and we have to do the David Dobrik crying, like we broke up.
But I've had to be David Dobrik, and I'll just be like,
yeah, like you're not crying because you're the sociopath.
I think it's okay to rent out a crane and fucking bash your friend's head,
and then continue to be that guy's friend.
Yeah,
weird. All right, listener story.
Listener stories.
Anonymous. Am I the asshole for excluding my friends from a party?
Oh, okay.
I love this story.
Oh, shit.
This story is a beautiful revenge story. It was my 21st birthday, and I decided for the first time ever to throw a big birthday party.
Okay.
I've never really been the birthday type, but since my friends were hyping me up to throw one, I caved.
All right.
I bought free alcohol, snacks, even baked a cake.
Oh, nice.
I know. It sounds like a dope-ass party.
Yeah, you're a fucking cool person for planning this out, yeah.
And buying your own alcohol on your 21st birthday. You shouldn't have had to do that. But
yeah, right? But yeah.
Yeah. For context, my main friend group was around 8 girls. I'm terrified of that sentence.
Crazy.
8 girls is I'm going to have a heart attack.
Ticking time bomb.
The birthday party starts and a couple people had shown up, including one of the girls from the group, calling her friend A. I asked friend A where the others were, but she had no clue. 3 hours passed and they still weren't there.
Wow. Jesus.
I called everyone, but nobody picked up. and this is why I'm scared of girls.
Yeah.
I felt really sad since they were the ones who wanted me to have a party and celebrate with me. They never showed up.
Oh my god, did they make you plan a party so that way
you can be alone on your party? Like, that's just like emotional annihilation.
Fucking,
that's some fucked up shit. I felt really sad since they never showed up.
Yeah, fucking, it's depressing. I'm sorry.
Gets worse.
Oh no.
Next day, I tried calling my friends since they hadn't replied to any of my messages. I find out they threw their own party and didn't let me know. I was pissed. They fucking suck, dude.
Fuck them, yeah.
Fuck
Holy
these guys.
Shit.
These guys fucking suck.
They're the worst.
I'll throw you a party.
Well, this is the party.
This is the party. Fucking, we have some party stuff. Hold on. Day. The day.
It's there somewhere.
I don't know.
We had it last week. That's your birthday.
That was your birthday. Was last week.
Yeah.
When I met them 2 days later, they apologized, but didn't seem fazed when I told them they hurt my feelings and quickly changed the subject to how fun their weekend was. I'm gonna beat them up.
They're the fucking
I'm
worst.
Beat them up. These guys
We had
suck.
so much fun. Holy shit.
Psychopaths.
Absolute psychopaths. Holy fuck.
Next Friday rolls around and I got invited to a big exclusive party and that I could bring whoever I wanted. My friends seemed really excited and made plans. Note, I never told them I'd bring them along.
No, yeah, obviously. Why would you?
This is so beautiful. Okay, night of the big party arrived, so me and friend A were stood outside of the venue. I tell the bouncer my name, and he allows us inside. The others arrive an hour later and get confused when the bouncer doesn't let them in.
Yeah, get them. Fucking get them, dude.
I am such a fucking justice boner right now.
Hell yeah.
The others arrive an hour later, get confused when the bouncer doesn't let them in. They call and ask where their invite was. I reply that I never said anything about bringing them, since they never asked me if they could join. Friends start screaming about about how I'm a bad friend and was embarrassing them. Okay, projection.
Yeah, that's some big fucking projection right there.
They hang up, so me and friend A have fun while I left the others outside. 2 hours pass and I check my phone. I got a text from the group chat that I had been removed.
Wow, that's some petty shit on their end.
Petty ass shit.
Holy fuck. They go throw their own party and then get mad at you when you decide I'm not bringing them to this party.
I'm not going to be friends with them anymore. Yeah, they suck.
Holy fuck. Fuck them, yeah.
They fucking are just entitled as...
Holy shit. Fucking get them, dude.
The worst types of people. I did feel bad and apologized. You shouldn't have.
No, take that apology back right now.
Yeah,
you know
take
what?
it back.
Sometimes,
take it back
guys,
for yourself.
Guys, sometimes it's good to apologize to people, but don't mean it. In this one,
you didn't do anything wrong.
You literally did nothing wrong.
You just set up fucking boundaries. They invited themselves. You didn't say, "Oh yeah, you're totally invited," and then take your invitation away.
You're fine.
You didn't do shit. They were just fucking...
They just assumed they were going.
They were just bad people through and through.
Exactly. Like, holy shit.
I did feel bad and apologize because I was being a bit childish and I easily could have asked the bouncer to let them in.
I mean, but like,
why?
Come on, no. Why would you do that?
For what reason?
You should have told the bouncer to make sure they stay out.
That's what you do to children, though.
Yeah.
Is when they start screaming and throwing a hissy fit, you say, okay,
no, and then
we're going to come back to this later when you're less...
Yeah, when you're less fucking...
crazy, you know?
God.
Not crazy, but, emotional or something.
Yeah.
So no. When you stop throwing a tantrum, that's when we're going to speak about this issue.
Exactly.
It's not going to be you throw a tantrum and you get what you want.
Exactly. Then
that's not how stuff works in the real world.
Exactly. You gave them a real good lesson in reality.
Yeah. Which good. Because who else is going to give them that lesson?
You had a good birthday party by yourself because they would have ruined it.
No, she had a friend.
Oh, she had a friend? Okay, good. Yeah, so yeah.
On the other hand, they bailed on my birthday, threw their own party, and didn't even invite me. So am I the asshole?
Yeah, not the asshole. Not the asshole. 100% not the asshole. That's hilarious. You fucking got him, dude.
Yeah, you got him, bro.
You did we call that an Uno reverse card in the business. You fucking got him, dude.
God,
you pwned him, as the gamer would say.
Yeah, and also good fucking riddance. They suck so bad.
God, fuck that. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. You're not the asshole. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
like,
you're not the asshole.
I don't even know what to say. You did the right thing.
Yeah, you did the right thing.
This is no longer an advice podcast. This is just yes, you did something right, or no, you did something wrong podcast.
Yeah, you know what? I wouldn't mind just being a validation podcast.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, so many people do need that, honestly.
Yeah, no, I feel that.
We don't really validate people in our society as much as we should.
I think, let's validate some motherfuckers.
Yeah,
let's do it.
You did good. You did good, Chief.
And I can't put music in, but let's validate some motherfuckers. And then you at home, what you do is you play the Run the Jewels, Yankee and the Brave. So let's try this again.
Like a crack game.
Okay. All right, so I got one more story.
Yeah.
From a newer fan. I think they do want to have their name involved, so I'm hoping.
Oh, okay.
All right, so I'll read this whole email out,
Yeah.
Hello, Sarah and Josh. Bunch of O's.
Hello.
My name is Tasha, pronounced just like Tasha.
Nice.
My pronouns are she, her, and I just recently turned 30 years old. I'm a newer listener, but I adore your podcast.
Oh, thank you.
I think you two are so funny, and I love that Sarah listens to Psychology in Seattle. Dr. Kirk Honda is the best.
Dude, I love Dr. Kirk Honda.
Hell yeah. I'm hoping that your young minds can help me explore something I don't think I've ever gone through.
Okay.
I'm experiencing the dumbest crush of my life. I'm like way into my local latte guy. They don't know their pronouns, but they are male presenting. For the sake of the story, I'll be using him.
Okay.
So,
okay.
the other week, I decided to visit Scooters for coffee before work instead of Starbucks because the line at Starbucks was way too long. That morning, the cutest, absolutely dreamy for no reason guy wearing round purplish sunglasses indoors looked me in my eyes and asked me how I was doing, and I genuinely could have swooned. After a brief exchange, he handed me my vanilla latte and probably went on about his normal day, and I tried my best to recover. I have been back almost every morning before work because the coffee is so good, it's faster than Starbucks, and yes, because he's adorable. Yesterday, he leaned over the drive-thru window and asked me what I do for a living and if I like my job. And in part of my response, I said my job was cute. Please, I'm so embarrassing. I feel like a full-on idiot. He literally hands me coffee and is nice to me because he is employed to. The bar is so low, lol. How do I stop? How do I not have a crush on an actual stranger who is literally just doing their job? Thank you and much love.
You know, sometimes hot people work in the service industry. Sometimes it makes everybody's brains go a little crazy. I don't know, because the general rule is to not hit on people while they're at work.
But also, you don't usually...
He's like asking you about like what you do.
Yeah, like, I don't know.
So you're becoming a regular... I mean, just do what you're doing, pretty much.
Do what you're doing, yeah.
There's nothing wrong with having a crush on somebody, you know?
Yeah, there's no reason I don't work crush. Let's give worse advice.
Let's give worse advice?
Because the good advice is, I don't see what happens, just keep doing your thing.
Just keep doing what you're doing, and then,
it doesn't seem like you're not doing anything
he
wrong.
He seems interested in you, too, that he's asking about you questions. Yeah. I have a fucking curse every time I go and order coffee that the barista does not want to speak to me.
That is true. We go to there's a local coffee shop near us, and every barista has always like...
They're all different, and they're all like, it's a very like alt coffee shop.
Oh yeah,
they're all really tall blonde women with tattoos, so I get flustered, and like fucking...
And I'm just there like, I just want coffee, man. Where's my fucking coffee?
Yeah, how are you doing? And then they're like, good. They move on with their life. And I'm like, and I realized I've been going to this coffee shop for like 6 years.
Yeah.
And not one
You
of
have accomplished more in like a few weeks than Sarah has in 6 years.
And I try to be nice.
And you are nice, yeah.
But they just don't want to fucking talk to me, man.
You
they got coffee to make.
Yeah, but this guy seems to be a little. I'm not gonna, because the worst thing to do to a crush is say you're totally in there, fam. No, yeah,
because then it blows everything up into proportion.
Exactly, yeah. Like you have a crush right now.
You just be yourself.
Be yourself, yeah.
That's the real advice.
Now, bad advice. Here's what you do. You go in person, right? You order 2 lattes, right?
Oh.
And then because then he's gonna ask,
who's it for?
And then you pull the reverse card yourself.
Oh,
and
shit,
then you
that's
give
actually
him
good
a latte.
Advice.
You do it. But then what you do once you give it to him, you spill it on him. And then he has to take off all his clothes, and then you reveal a 6-pack, and then you
and then you drop all your books.
And then you drop all your books, and then he has to help you pick it up.
Yeah.
If he goes by up front of the counter to help you pick up books, you got to keep her on.
You know, you could always like
always what, Sarah? What are you laughing at right now?
Get a fake phone number, hook it up to an answering machine somehow, so that when it's called, it says, "Hello, I am the lady from the coffee shop. I am the regular at the coffee shop. Would you like to go out with me? Here's my real phone number."
Get a 1-800 number. No, what you do? You get a 1-800 number. You write it on the latte that you give him.
On the top of the latte?
On the top of the latte, and then you put a little heart on it, and then you.
Yeah, you do the little heart.
You do the little heart. Yeah.
The women at Hooters do.
Become a waitress at Hooters, and then he will. And then go in, wear the Hooters uniform, and then objectify yourself for this coffee man.
No. Gosh, what do you do when you're like interested in the fucking... I don't know.
You're gonna... Okay.
Some people end up dating the bartender, and I don't know how. Like, how do you...
You gotta sit at the bar first. That's rule number one. That's step one. You sit at the bar.
You have to keep talking to them and like learning about their... Okay, so my parents...
Okay, so if you have a... Okay, if you have a date... Okay, this is a heist now. What you gotta do... We'll talk about your parents in a second. Hold on.
You gotta get George Clooney.
You gotta get George Clooney, Matt Damon, and others.
Okay.
This is empty. This is for dramatic effect.
Just don't like shatter it.
Listen. It's sugar. It's sugar glass.
It's not. From IKEA.
IKEA makes shit sugar glass things. So what you do? All right. This is now a heist. What you got to do? What's the first thing you do in a heist? You stake the place out. You stake the boy out. So what you do is you find a day off. Call into work. Say you're sick or some shit. They can't question you. You go in.
Depends on your job.
Fuck your job. You're trying to fucking. You like the barista guy. All right. What do you care more about? Producing capital for some dickhead in upper management, or do you want to fucking get laid?
Socialism is when you hold hands with the latte boy.
Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. Yeah, it is. So what you do? You got to stake out the guy. So what you do is you get a day off. All right. You got to go into the place. Well, first of all, you look through the window, see if he's there, because you're not going to go in for coffee today, all right? You're going to go in, and you're going to bring a laptop or some shit, so you can play Minecraft, and then you order coffee, and then every 30 minutes you go back up, and you try to continue a conversation, and then you go back and you play Minecraft, and then you slowly get more information from this guy, like, oh, how do you like your job? Play Minecraft for 30 minutes, go get another latte. You're going to buy like 20 lattes. You're going to spend a good amount of capital. So make sure you're getting PTO for this. So what you do... ask him how he likes his job.
2 different strategies to ask this man out. You started.
Well, there's... Do you want multiple strategies? Yeah, you can need multiple strategies, right? So you ask him all this shit. And you keep doing it over and over again. And then you give him a latte.
And then he gives you a restraining order.
So
okay, so here's my idea.
Here's your idea, yeah.
So I like the Minecraft thing. You come in, you bring your laptop, you sit down, you start working, you take PTO, and you fucking
PTO, yes, okay.
You play Minecraft, and then he goes, "What are you working on? Are you working on like a thesis or something?" And then you say, "Actually, I'm working on a screenplay."
Oh my god, no. Okay.
And you're fucking playing Minecraft. You're not actually don't actually work on a screenplay.
Unless you like writing, in which case make a screenplay.
I don't know, yeah. If you like writing more than Minecraft, which who does? Nobody. Fucking
right fucking here,
Josh, not even you. You love Minecraft more than writing, I bet you.
You're not wrong.
Yeah. Fucking play Minecraft.
I'm regular Hemingway when it comes to Minecraft.
I bet you kill yourself in a field.
Yeah, my hardcore Minecraft server, yeah.
So you fucking you do that, and then you go, "Oh, I was just writing my screenplay, and I really need people to read it." And then he goes, "Oh, I could read your screenplay, blah blah blah." Or if he doesn't, beg him to read your screenplay. Give him a stack of blank paper. options. And then he has to flip through it. And
pull
on
out
the
your
last
brain.
page, it says, "Will you go out with me?" And then your phone number.
Okay.
Now, option 2.
Mhm. All right, option 2 is probably gonna be a slightly
Similar story.
Okay, but I like the first option. Can I add one note?
Yeah.
What you got to do in that situation?
Yeah.
You're gonna want to download Celtics, right?
Well, you have to. Yeah.
You're gonna have to download Celtics so you get this. You're gonna write out what we're saying as
Right
a screenplay.
now, yeah.
Write out your dream scenario where interior coffee shop day.
Right. Cute coffee
Tasha
man.
walks in and plays Minecraft. Cute coffee boy comes in.
Yeah.
Cute latte man comes in and asks, "Hey, what's the screenplay about?" And then you
Yeah, it's completely
it
meta.
has to be meta.
Yeah.
And you have to go through 1,000 iterations of those.
Yeah.
And then put in your phone number.
Yeah.
Because then at least it looks like you have a script.
Right. So the second part
Second
is
option. Yeah, second option.
you come in with a laptop, you start working on it, but you actually play Minecraft.
And you're playing Minecraft, yeah.
And you go up to him to get a latte, and he goes, "Oh, what are you working on?" And you say, "I'm working on photos for my OnlyFans." And he's like, "Oh, shit." Because now you're like infinitely sexy. Now you have an OnlyFans, you're infinitely sexy. You don't need to post nudes on OnlyFans to do this.
Well, okay, let's
You don't post nudes on OnlyFans
unless
to
you
do
want to,
this.
unless you feel comfortable doing that. But like, what you?
No, I'm not done yet.
Okay.
So you do have an OnlyFans account, but you do not post nudes on OnlyFans. He goes, "What's your handle?" You say, "Oh, this is my handle. It's like your name or whatever. It's the sexy whatever." You go there, and it's
Sexy
just
coffee, 420.
sexy coffee, bitch. Fucking. And then on OnlyFans, there's one photo, and it says, "Will you go out with me, hot latte man?" And then your phone number.
Your life is a TV show. Write it well is what we say.
But no, just be yourself.
Be yourself, yeah.
Because if he continues to like you, you're going to know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And that's probably why you like him, honestly. Most crushes happen because somebody is interested in the other person.
Yeah.
And then they're like, "Oh, somebody likes me."
Ask him what his favorite drink is and then order it.
So, so actually, my parents.
Okay, your parents, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I cut you off earlier about your parents, but now, yeah.
My parents met when they were both married. And my mom was working in a bookstore. She was a bookstore manager.
Yeah, you're right, yeah.
Yeah. And my dad would come in because he also liked books. And they actually became friends, like actual platonic friends with each other. And fucking would start like talking about anything. Like, books and shit. And my dad would buy every single book that my mom recommended to my dad.
Smart. Yeah. You know what? Yeah, there you do it.
But I don't think it was necessarily like a cheating kind of thing. I think it was just kind of like he was like an idiot. Like he was just kind of like very susceptible to people selling him things. And my mom was very money managed. So she was like, "This guy's going to buy anything. Fuck it. I'm going to sell him all these books." But, the more that you do that, the more you actually talk to somebody.
Yeah. And I don't know, see what happens. Because, you never know.
You start a friendship. And then they were friends for 9 years.
Damn.
And then they both ended up being divorced. And then one day my mom was like, "I'm going to ask him out." And she picks up the phone and it starts ringing and it's my dad asking her out.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Damn.
If it's meant to be,
if it's meant to be. But if nothing happens, nothing happens.
If nothing happens, he's just a hot guy you can look at.
Go
while you drink
to
your
the
coffee.
next Starbucks that isn't crowded and find the new hot latte boy.
Yeah, and make him jealous.
Make him show.
Yeah.
If he doesn't reciprocate your feelings, go back to Starbucks.
Yeah.
And then walk by the other coffee place.
Go into the latte place with a Starbucks cup and be like, "Oh,
I guess
this isn't Starbucks? Sorry, I forgot."
Sorry. Yeah.
Mm.
This place used to represent quality.
I'm going to go to the other Starbucks and touch up my OnlyFans. And then he's going to be like, "Damn.
Make him
I
jealous,
missed out on a girl with an OnlyFans."
Damn.
Yeah. I just talk to him.
Yeah, just talk to him. That's
Don't
it.
do anything
Don't
we
do
said.
anything we said other than just keep talking to him. Or do all that if you just want to have fun.
Yeah, if you just want to have fun with your life, I guess.
If you eventually one day want to move to Hollywood and you want to write the story about how you got the hot latte man.
Yeah.
And then you call it something like Love Latte or something. I don't know. Live Laugh Latte or something.
Live Laugh Latte. That's a pretty good.
There you go.
That's a good title.
I know, because I'm a fucking hack, man. I don't know.
I mean, you make money.
There's Celtics over there. If I wanted to make money in Hollywood, it would be
Go ahead.
It would be a 10-second fucking.
Oh yeah.
I would
Do
shit
it.
out.
Fucking do it. Why don't you then?
Go to my Medium page and hear more about the writing process.
I think we fucking nailed that one.
I think we nailed it. I think, you know what? Fucking another life saved.
That was the worst high five I've ever given.
Another life helped. Nah, because it actually meant that's right.
I looked at the elbow.
I just looked at your hand. Well, thank you for looking at the elbow, though. I appreciate it.
You're supposed to look at the elbow. So
Hey, right. Okay, one last time.
Yeah.
That was close. That was pretty good.
Pretty good.
Okay. Speaking of OnlyFans, Sarah, what do you want to plug?
My Twitter at SQUINTON271.
Your
That's
NSFW Twitter.
my Twitter where I post about pooping and Vosh and nothing else. And fucking the new Pokemon game. SQUINTON271.
SQIN271.
Nope.
SQINTON.
Yeah.
271. Sorry.
Yes. And then you can also follow me on Instagram at SQUINTON27. And I basically just post the podcast stuff on
I feel that
one. Eventually it'll be something else. Eventually it'll be art and stuff, and I'll consolidate myself. I'll actually market myself right.
I get that, right? Yeah.
Someday.
One day.
Yeah.
I'm Joshua Chinland on Twitter and YouTube. A guy nicknamed JC on Twitch and TikTok. I'm actually gonna probably start editing on whatever days I can. If there's days where I could, I might edit podcasts on stream.
Yeah.
And so you guys can get an early cut of that. But if you also want an early cut of the podcast, go to Patreon, only $1 a month, and buy me coffee, $3 coffee. We'll say whatever you say as long as it's not bad.
Yeah.
And
not transphobic or racist.
Homophobic or racist or any, none of the phobics.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you want to stay connected to the podcast, we got APWSTR on Twitter, APWSTR Productions on YouTube. Instagram is a podcast. We'll save this.
Yes.
Fucking.
That it?
I think that's all we do. Yeah.
Twitter, Instagram, TikTok?
Oh, we're just going to be a Clips channel probably coming this week. I'm finally going to sit down and fucking make it.
I was going to make a Clips channel soon.
Yeah. So you guys, if you want to make shareable clips, if you want to share it with people, I don't know.
Yeah.
And follow everywhere, subscribe on YouTube.
Please.
Give it a 5-star on Apple if you think it's worth 5 stars. If you don't, give it 1. 5 or 1. That's it. That's all you get. There is no fucking centrism in this fucking podcast. And that's our show.
I don't even know what to say to that. Shit. You don't break my glass.
Our glass.
Thought you said it was mine because
Well,
I'm the one that drinks scotch.
Well, I drink out of it now too, so.
Okay, it's
Love
our
you
glass.
guys.
Love you
Bye.
guys. I drink out of it now too.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, you're right.
I won't let you take the fucking glass away from me during our divorce, all right? I work all day,
Bro, it's $1. You can have it.
all night. I paid good money for this glass.
You can buy one at any alcohol liquor store.
This glass means something to me.
Bro, walk in, buy a whiskey glass, walk out. Cuck the liquor store.